Hey guys, tonight's episode is brought to you by AP Prep. That is AP Prep in Chillicothe, Ohio. One of our good old buddies, Jason Prater, started this business a long time ago, man, and they earn every day at AP Prep. So if you're sitting around, maybe carrying a few extra pounds, much like myself and, being a chubby bartender, and you want to get your fat ass to work, get over there, get a hold of Jason Prater at AP Prep. Or maybe you're a young athlete that wants to be your best you. Earn the day at AP Prep. This episode is also brought to you by Gillum Insurance, specializing in life, farm, auto, home, and commercial insurance. Give them a call at 740-395-0357 for a quote today. If you want to get treated right, save a little money, and make sure your stuff is covered properly, Gillum Insurance is Chubby Bartender endorsed. This episode is brought to you by your locally owned and operated McDonald's restaurants. They have been proudly serving Jackson and the surrounding area for over 40 years. Thank you to all of the communities that have supported us throughout the years. We truly appreciate your business. Get in there and try one of those apple fritters, man, and the other baked goods. The man's got it going on. The Chubby Bartenders is also brought to you by Geiger Brothers. Bringing value to the construction process is our main priority, the cornerstone of our reputation, and the mission of our business. A company-wide philosophy focused on collaboration and teamwork, delivering excellence to our clients' projects. With over 110 years of continuous service to Southern Ohio, Geiger Brothers embraces the challenges presented to us, and while steadfastly maintaining the core values that set us apart: commitment, knowledge, and innovation. Whether your project requires a design build or construction management delivery method, or simply requires Geiger Brothers to self-perform process piping, specialized code welding, heavy rigging, civil and structural work, or mechanical services, do not hesitate to call them at 740-286-0800. Geiger Brothers, ladies and gentlemen. Great guys. Chubby Bartender endorsed.
Something like that. So we have Nick Donley and Jimmy the Man Dan Pearson with us here today. Reynolds
2-0 kill, brother.
is tied up tonight. So how we doing, fellas?
Pretty good. Is this how you start your show every time?
This is how we start it every single
ritual?
time. This is the ritual. Yep. I'm doing a Chad Reynolds toasting of the cigar.
Okay. And that's a term we use.
Uh-huh.
Toasting. I mean, you look pretty good. You fooled me. If you don't know what you're doing, you fooled me.
Well, what Chad will do is he focuses in on that for the even burn. Now, I'm going to break the rules, and I will ash my cigar. But did you know that you're not a cigar smoker, are you?
I mean,
you want one?
I appreciate them, but I think there's something in the tobacco.
Uh-huh.
No shit. It's like they're kind of like similar to tannins or sulfates in the red wine is in those wrappers, and I get headaches. But I love the taste of them. I love the flavor.
Want one?
Yeah. It seems like a good day to get a headache. I've been hungover for the last week anyway, so it'll just add to it.
Sure, Chad's. Yeah, there's one.
Now, does Chad have like the $100 one and the $5 one?
Let's see. I'll see if I can't play my best Chad. This is a box pressed one, so that's going to be a little tighter. Going to burn a little slower. I would probably go with this one for me. I like these ones, Nicaraguan.
All right.
Okay.
I might probably like put it out.
Well, we can always cut the end of it off.
Just if I put it out, edit all of this.
Okay. All right. So we're on the Goose Island beer, and then Nick's gonna easy now, bud. Easy.
My first time.
Easy.
Not my first time.
Jimmy, you are our first repeat guest.
Are real?
Yeah.
Nice. Now I feel a lot of pressure.
That is awesome.
Like maybe I could be like a regular.
Yeah.
I think there has been talk.
So I'm the first one.
You're the first one twice.
Oh, wow.
Before you got here, there was
No joke. That's awesome.
Yeah.
a murmur or talk of actually having you in some fashion be part of the damn thing.
Yeah. There was a
shebang.
talk earlier before you got here. We'll fill you in on that afterwards.
Oh well, yeah.
So now here
You leave this on and then we clip it, right?
you clip it. Now this is a V cut.
Okay, I don't want to Michael Jordan myself, so put it right here.
Now, what's your digits there?
Stick it in.
Use your finger thing. Now, you'll see the hole for the cigar.
Yeah.
Stick that in.
This way or up vertical?
Or either however you want it. Hard. There you go. Yeah.
Fairly clean.
Uh-huh.
Do you have like a cleanup crew here? Can I just?
Yeah. Just throw it down there. It's called us.
I'm gonna leave $5.
show.
I'm gonna leave $5.
Now you'll toast the end of it.
Okay. Do I? Now I just chill for a while, right? Like I don't have to pull on it yet.
No. You be proud of me, Chad. I'm teaching them. You've taught me.
This one's for you, Chad. Thank you. If you're watching, if you're tuning in,
It's not live,
I appreciate
Nick.
that.
So you'll just toast that thing, get it all nice, and you want one, Jimmy?
Maybe in a minute. Let's roll through here, and then
Okay.
I'll grab one. Yeah,
All right.
we'll stop here in a minute once we get going.
I'll give all Chad's cigars away.
Yeah, he's not going to be mad at me, is he? Okay.
I'll stop by some tomorrow. That's probably good. Nope. Now you light it on the end. Now you'll draw and then light.
Got you. If we need to share, I'll just light a little bit of this, warm it up for you, and pass it
Right.
back to you.
Well, this is a good educational video
Yeah.
as well. You know, he's learning how to smoke a cigar. I'm not a cigar smoker myself.
Just hold it on there.
But we'll give it a fly here in a little bit.
Basketball players. There you go. You want that flame. You want a little bit, not that flame. You want the flame whenever you're puffing on it.
Get it?
Yeah, you want it like this, don't you? There you go. Now you got her. You just wouldn't have had to work so hard if you'd had that fire.
I'm just not used to puffing on things, you know? I'm a rookie. Thank you.
It's all right, bud. It's all right. I like that cigar. Now, Chad, what he's... yeah.
I was waiting for his reaction.
Now, what Chad says is the longer the ash that you leave on there, it cools the flavor of the cigar. Cool.
Cools the flavor.
Yeah, now you have to talk right into that. They won't pick you up. There you
It cools the flavor.
it cools down the air, which doesn't make it as harsh, which in turn makes it smoother. That because it's like a filter. It's
Okay.
filtering through there.
So it's literally temperature.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
gotcha.
he's just saying. Now,
I thought I had a new term.
yeah, no. Now these, I don't even know what kind mine is. Mine's a quorum shade, and you got a good one. Now. That's a good one.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Can you?
I just coughed.
Yeah.
I mean, I just took a puff. You had to show me how to light it and everything. So, no, I can't tell. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm starting to be able to taste ones now that I like and I don't like.
Kind of like beers, different tastes in beers.
like
Like ales and
probably not as
the lagers.
Probably not as abrupt. You know, like there's differences in pales and lagers and all.
Right.
My first 10 cigars, they all tasted the same. Now,
black and mild, Swisher Sweet.
yeah,
So they taste like cherries and strawberries and grape.
yeah.
Citrus flavor.
Cherry.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's been the only one I've dabbled in, the cigars, the black and mild, the Swisher Sweets.
Oh, you never dabbled into these?
Not the big ones, no, not really. I mean, I've hit one or two, you know, and someone's had a kid and we
Yeah.
smoked one. Or,
Yeah, at a wedding or something. Somebody
yeah,
give you a cigar.
celebration, but
I'll leave it
never.
right there.
Yeah.
Get on that if you want some.
You just want me to take that one
Yeah.
and forego all COVID precautions?
Yeah. Hey, I cleaned.
Oh, yeah, we did. You actually, look
Yeah.
here, we got a disinfectant towel. I got one down by me.
I opened you one. Right there on the side. Right here. No. That one's already open for you. Oh, he can't
He's
do
going
it.
double, yeah. He just wants to prove he can do it.
Yeah. Use
Yeah,
the other
it's a
table.
failure right
Use
now.
the other table. Now, careful. It's going to leak on you. Watch him. He won't
This
watch
could
him.
end up in some glass. Oh, we got it.
Took him 3.
Yeah.
I went 3 for 3. Did you see that? He's ready to go now.
Yeah.
My Lord. Only guest we've ever had that just gets up whenever he wants, you know, and does whatever he wants.
And that's why,
It wasn't live.
It's not.
I can't go back and exactly
Yeah, well,
edit all this either.
we're not really trying to make Tyler work that hard either, you know.
Hey, fade out for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Don't forget the headphones. Man.
All right, what's the first topic?
All right. What are you going to talk about?
Well, it was cigars. I think we're past that.
Yeah, this is a horrible cigar I'm smoking. I don't like it. But, see, what are you doing? Home for the holidays? Today is the big Tyson fight. Actually, you know what? Here's another interesting tidbit. In the same night, you two Killboys are the first two-timers. Because you were on once, too, in the beginning.
Not really.
Yeah, you were.
It wasn't my night. That was Nora's.
Yeah.
I was off camera.
Yeah, but
I was
you got,
holding her purse.
Yeah, that's true, but you got on. You got on.
I think I did for a second. You know what happened?
Shane took it.
No. And if he does, rightfully so. He's good at that. He's a charming guy.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate him to death. But within a minute of me getting behind the mic, the whole electric
Went out. Yep, I remember that.
So we just stopped, obviously.
That was right at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
That was whenever
March
it
or
first
so.
started. Yeah.
I went to go pick up Pudge. We were going somewhere, and he had to ride in the back of my car.
Yeah. Well,
He's
that was
like-
Richard Brothers.
He's like, I don't know, man. You care if I ride in that back seat? I said, here, let me move these bottles
So
out
me
of
and
your way.
me and Steven just talked about that the other day. That was whenever we went to the Orchard.
Yeah.
Because he said that we pulled up and the guitar was in the front seat and I was in the back.
Sure enough.
So you're still shroom hunting. I am a little bit, not as much as you, but you're still doing it.
Yeah, I'm getting after it. Season's kind of dying down.
Probably already dead here, I'd say, isn't it?
It's my first year, so I
Compared to
am
Nashville.
definitely not an expert. So that's just a disclaimer out of the gate. If we talk for 20 minutes, I could probably say something that ain't true. But yeah, I'm into the shroom hunting.
Yeah. It's working out.
Hey,
You've learned a lot about it.
oysters
Uh-huh.
year round. Most of them don't go year round, but oysters do.
Tree oysters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're up there. There'll be snow on them,
Really.
and they're delicious.
I was burning firewood the other day and just happened to bring a couple pieces in the house, and there was some hickory jacks on some of my firewood.
See, I don't even know what that looks like.
Hickory jacks is those little white ones that crawl up beside a tree. I don't know. I just had to show it to you.
Edible?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they don't have much taste. I ate that puffball.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No
puffballs
taste.
are
No
right.
taste.
Yeah, you got
Kinda-
to put a whole bunch of sauce.
Kind
like
of fruity,
sauté.
actually, like fruity texture in a way. Like that gel type inner.
Like
it
a
wasn't like
tofu-ish kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. It was like a.
Even
Yeah.
lighter than tofu.
It's almost like biting air. It's like,
Yeah, and then once you cook it too, I mean,
No, I sauteed mine had like
It
a real
just-
squishy.
yeah, it just shrinks.
Yeah,
It's
just
really
a-
small.
Well, mine were like chewy, squishy, like gel.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Mine,
Those
Might have
Southern
soaked too
Ohio
long or cooked
puff balls might be different than
yeah.
Now,
or it might
I
have
ha-
been bad. It might have been a little.
well, they
soggy.
were old, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But-
it's probably old.
Yeah, they weren't. They weren't.
But I've
bad.
ate some old chicken of the woods too, and it's just tougher.
Yeah, it's just tougher, man.
Yeah, still
That's
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
What your cousin gave me was the best
it's
ever.
the bomb, and it's fun. The process is fun too.
I didn't find any this year.
You've never found.
Chicken of the woods.
Well, I mean, it's your first year.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Did you find any?
Yeah,
Ah, prick.
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I'm better than you. It just means I probably make more time. I don't have a kid.
Well, that's true. Way to be
I
positive.
found a ton this year.
Yeah, I
Pictures.
think I
Did you
saw
see
that.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness gracious! Did you?
It was good.
I haven't found. Now I found the puff balls. I found the hickory jack. I tell you the ear jelly is the one that I found. That
Yeah.
did I sent you the picture of that? didn't I?
Yeah. It's a funny one when you find it.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Have you ate it?
No,
You can.
I wouldn't eat
Wouldn't
it.
Why?
want to.
The jelly, the ear.
Yeah, the ear jelly. Was yours purple?
I think no, it was really, really brown, like translucent.
Mine was purple. Almost looked like grape jam.
Huh.
I just found it like
And
3 weeks ago.
Did you eat it?
No, I didn't know what it was till I got home. And
You can find it. It's around.
it's
around.
it's around. Man, I went out a few weeks ago and I was looking for chicken in the woods. I went out to my spot and just happened my boot came untied. And I was like, I'm going to go over and put my leg against this tree and tie my boot. Went over and I put my leg up there and I was tying my boot and I looked around and there was mushrooms everywhere. And I was like, oh my God, I've hit the jackpot. I mean, I'm 20 feet in the woods. I mean, I'm not very far at all. Well, then I looked it up off that app you sent me.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. And it
We
was
all use the same one. Picture mushroom.
Picture this.
Picture this,
Yeah. And it was that jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, you sent it. You told me you
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
it to Clint.
Yeah.
And he was all pumped up about it. I didn't know much about that one either.
No,
It
he
lights
wasn't,
up.
He wasn't pumped up about it.
Oh, he wasn't.
No, he just told me don't eat it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It glows at night, right? Isn't that how it gets its name?
Oh, I didn't know that. Makes sense.
There's a couple of them that are.
Where the hell do these mushrooms get their names? Like chicken of the wood. I know what you.
Well, that's
I like
not the
that we
technical
use.
name.
I like the we use
That's
the
not the-
layman terms. The
Yeah.
chicken of the woods and the ear jelly. I like that we use that, not the
I couldn't remember all
the
those.
scientific ones.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's like dog breeds, like canines in a certain.
There's over 5 million of them. You know,
People tell me that,
You
and I'm
run
like,
out
I don't
of
know what you
names.
mean. Just give me the normal term.
No,
it's
I
all
don't.
just classification. They just divide it up. There's like parasites and there are decomposers. You know what I mean? It's one or the other, and then they just kind of branch out from there. That's how you do it.
See, I haven't got that deep in it. I haven't got the deep to where I even know about the gills. Like I'm starting to. Like I brought a bunch of them home, and then
the spore prints and stuff.
Yeah, I brought a whole bunch of them home,
Yeah.
and then looked them up on the internet to see which one of them were. But like
so you got gills, and then you got polypores, and those are the ones that don't have the gills. You know what I mean?
like the chicken of the woods would be a polypore.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Where puffballs, that's polypore.
Polypore.
Yep. Okay, I learned something there today. All right,
I think it's a polypore.
It doesn't have gills.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if I'd consider a morel what it's
Morel
shaped
has
like.
gills.
I guess
Absolutely.
they're kind of weaving waves kind of thing.
Yeah, they would definitely have gills. Man, I tell you what's scary is that one. What's that one? White death or whatever they call it.
The angel, death angel.
Yeah,
Death
that'll
angel?
grow in your
Death
yard.
angel, yeah.
There's two of them.
I found one a couple weekends ago over at Willis's house there.
Amanita muscaria.
And it'll kill you.
Yeah, it'll kill you. But that's a very broad field.
That's
Like,
one of the mock ones around
they're
here. That's,
everywhere.
yeah, pretty dangerous.
And there's
but
some
the
that you
rest
can eat.
are usually pretty good. That one's the one you got to look out for.
Yeah, and it's all pure white.
We don't have a lot of mocks.
Yes,
around
all
here,
pure
but-
white. That's what
just
they
stay-
said. If you
just-
ever get anything, it's all pure white. Don't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some. There's one in that same category that's called Amanita muscaria as well, but it's got the ones that look like the ones that Mario and Luigi used to jump on.
Yeah, the
Like
red,
those?
the orange and red.
And apparently, like they're hallucinogens, but they're also like they can make you feel inebriated. But when you take them, it's very broad. Like the effects are extremely broad. So like sometimes it doesn't really do much. Sometimes it kind of puts you on your butt, you know. But they say those are some that you can eat and kind of, you know, talk to the center of yourself a little bit.
Really?
Sometimes, yeah.
And they grow here.
Yeah, I just saw them the other day. They're on the side of the road. I pulled off, got a bunch of pictures. It's crazy.
Did you take any of
No, I'm scared.
them?
Scared to death, man.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
don't
like,
wanna
this is
eat
my
something
first
I'm
year.
not
I
100%
am
sure
slowly
about.
working
Yeah.
my way into this world.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
It is real interesting, man. I've really enjoyed it, and it started off just morel hunting this spring.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
We've
haven't
come a
we?
long way, man.
So we've all
Cheers.
under a
Yeah,
year.
cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cheers.
good job.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got in my house right now, back in Nashville, I've got a plastic bag that's got sawdust and spores in it. And you cut a little X in the plastic bag and you spray it with water like twice a day. And it's supposed to yield me 2 to 3 pounds of oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
So
I've
it'll
seen it, yeah.
flush. So it'll flush over like a 2 or 3 week period, and then if I keep spraying it and the environment is right, it will yield another flush as well. And
Okay.
they say you can get up to 3, but it was $30 for essentially 3 to 5 pounds of mushrooms.
Well,
It's my first time too.
Well, they
so-
go to for what $40 a pound here now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, easy.
morels here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Hey, last
it's
year
edible.
we ate some. We found some.
Yeah.
So I thought I was pretty happy with what we found.
I didn't know how to cook them at the time. I sauteed them, put
Yeah.
way too much butter in there, and
Yeah.
all I tasted was butter and salt, which is great.
Yeah.
It tastes like mashed potatoes at that point.
Somebody gave
garlic.
Dad a bunch of them, and I took them home and ate them. And I think after one or two big old messes of them, you'd be all right. You wouldn't need to go get any more.
Hey, man.
I tell you what, I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna go kill a deer.
Pretty confident.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
I'm-
sure I am. Yeah. I mean,
You know
well,
what
I
I'm
always
gonna do
did.
tonight, boys? I'm gonna go get me a girlfriend tonight, boys.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm gonna go
Come
kill.
Monday, it's on.
I'm gonna go kill a deer
It's
this
on.
week. I know where I can go kill one.
You got your honey hole?
Yeah. Well, I always did. I mean,
You've been tracking it?
no. I just think
You
I'm
know what
pretty
it eats for
confident.
breakfast?
Well, the reason that I'm killing this deer is to kind of go back to I want to start eating that. I want to start eating more live or more wild game. You kind of got me into that this spring though with the mushrooms. I want
Yeah.
to start. I remember how you told me that after you were here during COVID a while, you were really starting to feel like shit because you've been eating bad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you want to eat what
You want to feel like
the Kroger stocks on the shelves, or do you want to eat something that you know exactly what it is, where it came from?
yeah,
Out of your backyard, essentially.
absolutely. You went.
I'll choose the backyard.
You went to my go-to the other day or today, Jerry's.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Isn't that great?
What a gem.
Gem.
What an absolute gem.
What'd you pick up?
They've got it figured out. I mean,
Veals.
I would have picked up a bunch of stuff.
Oh, man.
We ate a couple Vills just in passing. Like We had already eaten lunch. And we went to Lake Catherine, and we came back through, and Josh was like, I think I want to smoke something tomorrow. You going to be in town for one more day? I said, sure. So we went to go look for something. They ended up not having it. But while we're here, I mean, they are the best veals around, so you might as well.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, extra pickles and mustard. Yeah. That should just be a standard. If you say, I want a veal, that's the way you should serve it.
I would venture to say that there's more people come in town and get a veal than what are in town and get veals.
It's home of the veal, man. Jackson County.
I know you're going to go get a veal, and I'm going to eat veal. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to eat some veal a year, but not like you probably eat just as much Jackson County veal as I do.
Because I come back and go at it.
Yeah, you go at it.
They don't have enough veal for me. If I ever open up a restaurant, that's on my bucket list. No matter where I end up, that is making the menu.
That's making the menu.
And I'm gonna have somebody show me how to do it who's been doing it for 30 or 40 years.
Huh.
I've never met Jerry, but I bet Jerry makes a mean veal.
So you think the best in Jackson County then?
I mean, I know this is going to be. I don't know,
because there's a lot of places in Jackson County that serve good veal.
I can't.
I mean,
my favorite's Truck Stop.
Okay.
The Swamps is the OG for me because that's my grandpa opened it up.
Yep.
So I go. It's more of a family kind of tradition, you know.
Yep, Swamps. Mm-hmm.
O'Kell's Fish Booth on the 4th of July has a good veal.
Amen.
Give them that.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, that perch.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the Farmer Sportsman
you got to get
here.
both. You get one of each.
Have you tried Farmer Sportsman since you've made the move to Jackson?
No, I have not.
Oh, you need to do that. They sell them right down there by the park.
Yeah.
They have that fish booth up there all the time.
With the trailer attached to it, right? Yeah.
It's great.
Who's this?
Jackson County Farmer Sportsman, which I'm not really sure what they do.
But they're not open all the time.
No,
right? It's like certain times.
4th of July, Memorial Day.
But they'll have certain weekends. I heard on the radio the other day they were open, I think, for like a weekend or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, I don't know. Hey, so you've got
I bet they do sports.
Huh?
You said, I don't know what they do. I bet there's somewhat sports oriented.
Something.
Fishing.
Something.
Probably hunt something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what they do. I've never been involved. That's one thing in Jackson I've never been involved with is the Farmer Sportsman Club.
Well, we got to change that.
Yeah, it's because he's going to be like president next week.
No. I want nothing to do with it. No. I'm backing out of things. I'm not getting into more.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
I'm almost 40, boys. I'll be 40 in a few weeks. Months.
Oh, but you're at your fighting weight now. You lost all that weight. You're looking 27.
I'm feeling 25.
You should be getting your hand in more pots. Then.
No. I'm starting to figure some stuff out. I'm getting out of some things. I'm starting to not be as busy.
What was the quote we
you
always
know how
talk
to say
about
no
him
now?
saying? How much you got going on? You like. What was the quote?
You said
he walks in circles.
You got somebody side hustles. You walk in circles is what you told me.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That's one of my better ones, I guess.
Was. You pulled that out. That was good.
I'm glad you remembered that.
I just now did. Yeah. But I learned, that's what we always talk about on here, the COVID, man. I hadn't been out in the woods like that in a long time. That was fun. I need to slow down, make more time for that. I need it, I think.
Yeah, everybody does.
I think everybody needs something.
People are learning that, too.
Well, there's been a big Jason Prater. You hear the AP prep stuff on here. He and I were talking here not too long ago about work-life balance, and I mean that has become a big thing for me here since all that happened. Since COVID happened. What'd you do, Jimmy?
I'm gonna go get up and get another.
Oh,
I started a trend.
You started a trend, didn't you?
Just like getting that perm in high school. That's right.
Did he get a perm?
I know I got pictures out there too.
Do you? Let's see the vid.
I mean, I don't have it with, but
so that's been my big push here lately, and
good for you, and rightfully so. I mean, it kind of forced us to change the way we think,
Sure
the way
did.
we live a little bit.
Sure did.
And this sounds terrible, but because I don't know, fortunately I haven't been around too many bad cases where it turned out bad. Mm-hmm. But 2020 for me personally was a great year. And a lot of it had to do with being able to come back here for 3 months. Or be away from Nashville for 3 months.
So let's talk about Nashville, man. What's going on down there right now? What's are they open?
I mean, about 70%.
70?
Yeah,
oh,
I'd say like on Broadway, if you go down to Broadway, there's probably, they say kind of half capacity, but once you get in there and you have 8 beers, everybody's acting normal as it gets. So
yeah.
I mean, the restaurants are following all the protocols. They're doing the thing. I know they've had to change their models quite a bit, as far as like how, they make their money because they're not making it in dining anymore.
No.
So they have to make it really, really accessible to get their food to go.
So
they work with a lot of
we've spent the last week developing
Uber
an
Eats.
online
Uber Eats, Grubhub,
ordering from your phone, just making that as smooth as possible to stock room.
And
we just launched it like tonight.
Yeah. You guys have like delivery folks, or they just come pick up?
No, it'd be pickup.
So you got to provide almost a new position somebody's going to have to like
man that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked into this little breakfast place the other day, and they had one person, and her job was essentially to go orders and meeting all the packaging and the people that come in, separate from the host, separate from the manager who's ever on the floor at the time.
Yeah.
Like they were doing their own thing. So
yeah.
At least it's created one job.
Yeah, and that's what the big thing is business wise right now. Is we're doing okay, but I mean honestly, the main thing is keeping people working. Not a lot of profits involved.
Yeah.
And like at any time you could get a case happen or something to where you've got to stop. I mean, that just happened here locally the other day. Just a restaurant has to stop for a couple of days, and I mean that means everybody's out of work for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And whether or not you pay them or not, they're out of tips, and it's just it's something
tough.
Nobody wants to have happen.
Yeah, I worked for 10 years at this place, and I knew a lot of these folks down there, and all of a sudden they didn't have work. Mm-hmm. They've been there for 20 years
in a town that you wouldn't have thought that in.
Yeah, exactly.
Nashville's so
it's
busy,
hustling,
man. Now, do they got a curfew in Nashville?
Yeah, 10.
Is it 10?
Well, I think it might be 10:30 now. They're slowly getting it back to where it needs to be. But plus, Nashville, it's still in the South, so they're gonna get back to normal as soon as they can.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna have a little better weather.
Yeah, I mean it's about on average. I don't know. I've never looked at this, but I would say it's probably
10, 15.
10 at most different overall. I'd say
at most. I don't know. I'd say sometimes 20, 30.
It gets humid though.
Golly, yeah, it does.
It's like I went from one allergy-ridden, humid place to another.
Yeah, it is a humid subbase down there.
Yeah, and seasonal too. I mean, there's seasons.
Guys, we're supposed to get 3 to 5 Monday or 1 to 3.
I hadn't heard the amount, but I knew we were supposed to be Monday, Tuesday, like back to back, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to get a good bit of snow Monday, I think.
Yeah, I'm traveling too. Tuesday. Yeah, Monday. I'm traveling Monday.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I saw it said Columbus 1.5, and I think it's going to be like late Monday, and I'm kind of doing Monday morning, so.
You can outrun it.
Yeah.
Yep, you can outrun that.
I still don't like flying though.
How long flight is that? An hour?
Hour and 15.
Huh. It's not a bad drive.
When you've done it 1,000 times,
yeah,
it sucks.
I bet it does. Yeah. I've done it a bunch.
There's a couple little spots where it's pretty, but every once in a while I'll end up just going through Louisville and Cincinnati for change of pace, and I'll lose half hour, 40 minutes, but it's worth it.
Yeah. We went down 6 times in 2012.
Dang, dude. You tracing the trends, or you trying to figure out what?
I was trying to figure it out, man. Well, I was going down there to see Lewis back in and do our thing. That was before Gibson. You had time. You could take your wife, go do stuff like that on a whim. Remember those days, Jimmy?
Oh, man. Me and my wife would go to Cleveland about every weekend.
Yeah.
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 The most romantic city in the world, by the way, Cleveland.
I was going to say.
She's a trooper, man. She knows what a diehard sports fan, so we'd be up at a Cavs game.
I've never been
or Browns
to
games back-to-back weekends.
I played a wedding in Cleveland, like on the outskirts of Cleveland one time. I've never been in downtown Cleveland.
Beautiful city, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
It seems so gray.
It is.
Yeah. It seems like
I love it.
Does the sun ever shine in Cleveland?
Sometimes, like twice a year.
Yeah, it seems like a smoggy, like old, dirty lake town or something. I don't know.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah.
But great, I love it.
But they put money into
they
it.
They did. They reinvented the whole new downtown, and they got the Jack Casino.
I've never been there, so I don't.
It's different.
It's a different Cleveland.
See, but I don't know.
But what you're describing is the outer belts in the old Cleveland, yes.
Okay.
Now they got the casino down there, all kinds of restaurants. I'm told,
gambling's tight.
Oh, yeah, it brings it all in. But I'm told, like, the second or third food capital of America is in Cleveland right now.
What?
The second or third, like, food capital of America is Cleveland.
You mean like per capita?
Or I guess the best restaurants and chefs are starting to go there.
I'm going to need to read the article.
Yeah.
I have to see the article.
For what?
I mean, for
he's saying culinarily. Like it's a hot spot for food to
So,
go
like,
to
Cleveland right now.
I
Okay,
feel like
we can Google this.
Joakim Noah's response on ESPN, and he's like, the interviewers were like, asking him, they were going to go up there and play Cleveland in the playoffs, and Joakim Noah said, he's always had a little bit of a bite of an attitude, and he said something like, I'm not real excited to go to Cleveland, and they're like, Cleveland, blah blah blah, and he goes, I mean, nobody in their life has ever said, I'm going to Cleveland, Ohio for vacation. So, like, no, I don't really look forward to going to Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's right.
He's right. Yeah, I want to go up this year and see that house of the Christmas Story.
Yeah, we went a couple years ago. Took both kids, and it would Pudge. You'd love it. Oh, Gibson would love it.
Okay.
Make sure he watches the movie before.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
He'll love it.
Okay.
We had Miles getting under the cabinet like the little brother.
Right,
Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie.
Oh, okay.
And they had a giant pink
Is that
bunny
actually where it was
inflatable
filmed,
outside.
or is it just a replica house?
No, it was actually there. Yes.
That was actually where it was filmed.
Yeah, and you go through the museum, and it tells you everything that happened. They used something like so many tons of foam to make it look like. No, but they did have fake dishes and stuff there set up at the table to where to eat like a piggy. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So 0 pictures were taken.
Oh no, I have a ton of pictures. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Even has the backyard like with the little fence and the little shed.
Really?
Yeah,
Very nice.
amazing. And then neighbor's house I think is like the museum or something, but it looks the same. The ones that had all the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Isn't
then they
that
have
crazy
a shop.
how those houses like create so much tourism? Like it's a reason to go for people to go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like Baylor, that show, that HGTV show with Joanna and the old baseball player. Like Baylor has boomed because of that show.
What's Baylor?
Baylor, Texas.
Oh.
That's where that show was filmed.
Oh, I don't know.
And it is like their tourism in the last 15 years, because that's like the biggest show. It's like The Couple, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name. But anyway, that like.
What was it? Well, right now it's going on. Isn't that with the TikTok house or whatever?
What's
Didn't that
a
happen?
TikTok?
Something happened with the TikTok house, isn't it? Like they couldn't keep people out of it. Like it's big.
Oh, I don't know.
Where was that?
I don't know. If we had Tyler here, we could get him.
Is he a young cat?
Who?
Man, I wish I could meet Tyler.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Tyler's down. He's quarantined right now.
Has he got it?
All right, so you watched the Joe Rogan podcast, right?
Which one?
I mean, any of them you've seen.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, pull that up for me, Jamie.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's Tyler. Tyler's Jamie.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, Tyler.
Hey,
Tyler's
so
good,
how
man.
about TJ for Tyler Jamie? I don't know.
Tyler's good.
Is he?
Tyler's good.
Oh, yeah.
Is he better than Jamie?
Well, we're not as advanced as Jamie.
I wonder if he gets paid like
Tyler?
Jamie.
He doesn't get paid like Jamie does.
I say Jamie got a big pay jump there.
$150,000 a year is what he was making.
I'm sure it's a lot more now. Once
Jamie.
got
You
know
that
he's from
Spotify.
Columbus.
That explains
is he?
why he gets.
You didn't know Jamie? Jamie Vernon. He's from Columbus,
Oh,
Ohio.
you say you didn't know Jamie? Do you know Jamie?
No, I said you didn't know he was from Columbus.
Oh, I was going to say, God dang it, Pudge.
Can we get him on the show? Pull that up, Jamie.
I know he would have been the first guy on the show. Show us how to do this. What chord goes? But which chord are you putting here though? But I can't hear myself. Oh, TJ.
It'd have been bad. But yeah, Jamie, he's from Columbus. He's from in that area. It's probably one of those suburbs or something. But
Joe gives it to him every once in a while because Joe gets kind of loose, and he'll get a little
Yeah.
chippy with him. He's like, I said to look it up, Jamie.
yeah.
I said to look it
Damn
up.
it, Jamie, what are you doing? Yeah, that's what he'll do. Yeah, we don't do Tyler like that. No. Yeah.
Wait till you get $100 million contract.
Yeah, no. I hope that happens. I hope we have that problem.
Yeah.
People change when they got money, though.
$100 million.
That would change a lot.
$100 million. They were talking. I listened to one with the CEO of Whole Foods. Did you listen to that one?
No.
John something.
I hadn't heard that one.
I was listening to that one yesterday on the way back and forth to Athens, and they were talking about like Elon and Jeff Bezos and those guys. Jeff Bezos got $150 million in the bank, still working. $150 billion.
Yeah, there you
$150
go.
billion,
Yeah,
not
I was
$150
gonna
million.
say.
$150 billion. Why? What would you be doing if you had $150 billion? Would you
But
really
what-
give
I
a
think
shit?
he built it
No.
and he wants to run it, I think.
But
Like,
what
I'm not going to let
do
anybody
you-
else take this.
What do you do with that money? I mean, like,
There's only so much
You
I mean,
can't.
What do you do with yourself? Who cares about the money?
You can't spend it. You just got to work. I think you got to work to be happy and just
I think,
enjoy
yeah.
the life. And
Shit, I'd do something else. Be happy.
yeah, but you would do something that you feel challenged by. Like, I guarantee you right now, if I write 10 hits and I'm good forever, I'm still writing songs. Like, you're doing this for free out of the gate.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you do it because you love it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get that. I mean, you're talking. I mean, I'm in business. A lot of stuff I enjoy about it, but at the same time, if I had 150 billion,
you fly around the world?
Probably.
Okay, and then what?
Daily? I don't know.
No, I'm not saying you
daily.
wouldn't be able to stay busy, but you would also need to feel fulfilled.
I'm pretty well fulfilled.
Cheers to that.
100 million's a lot of fulfillment.
150 billion, not million.
Yeah.
150 billion is what Jeff Bezos. 100 million. I'm cool. Matter of fact, you give me like
10 billion.
you're cool with
yeah,
that?
you give me like 10 million, and I'm
cool.
probably not doing a damn thing the rest of
Yeah.
my life. But you give me 100 million, I'm definitely cool with that. 100 million? Come on. What are you gonna do?
You know, $1 million isn't as much as it used to be.
No,
when you were younger,
no.
you'd be like, man, I want to be a millionaire. I know a lot of millionaires.
Yeah, I know millionaires. Yeah.
And they ain't, it's just, you know, it's not what it used to be.
That's really not that much money, truthfully. Yeah.
Especially if you live in an area where it's
That's not a lot of money in
$8
Jackson.
for a gallon of milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to Hawaii and have $1 million and, it's a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
or
right.
Palo Alto, California. Millionaires don't even live there.
Really? It's billionaires.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's the billionaires.
Huh. I don't know, man. So I'm glad to see a guy like Joe Rogan do that. They said the other day that the big thing with him was, or this was just some article I was reading, but they said that what people are liking about Joe Rogan, mainly in podcasts, it's hard not to say Joe Rogan and podcasts at the same breath. But they say what people like about it, like they said how reality TV, you remember whenever we were young, and remember whenever the Real World and all those things hit,
Yeah.
like
Road rules.
I was getting
scripted,
out.
though. That's
Yeah,
scripted
well,
a little
they were scripted a little bit back then, but now
not
they're
as
even
many people knew it.
Yeah,
either.
now they're even more. Now, basically, it's acting. It's freelance acting now. I would call it like improv acting. But
They all have roles.
yeah,
They
pretty
do.
much.
They have
They do.
characters.
And they said that's what people like about these podcasts is there's nothing scripted. It's actually real reality
Intimate
TV.
conversation.
Yes, yeah.
You know the one reality TV that's never gone, that's still the best and keeps getting better? Sports. Live sports.
Yeah,
It'll never
you're
go
right.
away. It's awesome.
Yeah, you're right. I can see that. Need another one? Or are you done?
No, I'm good. I stole 2
Oh yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case. My mom might tune in later, so I don't
So-
want to sit here and slug 12 of them.
So you've had some success. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got unapologetically country on the radio right now.
Well, not radio.
It's on. It's on my radio.
It's on XM Sirius.
Yeah.
Lot, right?
I've heard it a lot, dude.
Yeah, I guess it is on XM, but I'm still driving an old-ass car.
Well, you wrote
I
the
don't
song.
I know. I don't even have that song playing on my radio.
And that guy, I mean,
you got to get a satellite radio then.
if I'm going,
I need to have him release it to FM so I can get a car to have XM to play the singles that are on FM.
Fair enough. Great song.
it's a great song. If I'm ranking him right now in Nashville, I mean, he's top 5.
Pudge list.
Yeah, I mean, he's top 5. If I'm saying on who's going to be at the CMAs next year, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he already played on it this year.
probably. Yeah, I didn't watch
It's
it.
one of those two, ACMs or CMAs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's hot. He's doing his thing, and
Yep.
you've known him forever, right?
I mean, forever, maybe not, but there's a funny story how we met. So I've probably known him for 7 years.
Talking about Hardy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we met at a writer's night. He had just graduated.
From Vanderbilt.
No, he went to MTSU. It's kind of like the poor man's Belmont. That's the really famous music college and private institution in town. And that's where, like, if you're a brilliant musician, if you don't want to go to, Juilliard or one of the ones on the coasts, you can come down to Belmont. And that's where Vince Gill went, Brad Paisley. There's a lot of really, really
I thought Brad Paisley went to Juilliard.
No, I don't think so. I might have. He could have, because he's a brilliant dude. I don't know why I thought he went there. But a lot of the musicians do. A lot of the business folks do. I mean, it's located right at the end of Music Row. But but he ended up going to MTSU, which is it's Murfreesboro, which is like 45 minutes east. Really cool little town, big college town. And he graduated from there, and it was right after that. I met him at a writer's round. So writer's round is just kind of like an open mic, essentially. So you just play your own songs. You just kind of go right down the line. Writers in the round, they call it Bluebird. That's kind of how it started, was writers in the round. It's a circle. But now everybody pretty much has adopted that in Nashville, all the bars and all the hotels and everybody.
Well, now, we can go back to this, but whenever you say all the bars, and you turned me on to this last summer, 2 summers ago, you don't mean Broadway.
Yeah, Broadway is where the energy is. I mean, that's the tourism. That's the nightlife. That's party. Let's drink Jägermeister all night and listen to Jason Aldean covers.
Yeah, sing Friends in Low Places.
Yeah, which is awesome. And
bachelorette parties.
Yeah, to this day, I love going down there. I mean, a lot of people when you're in town they get tired of it, but I don't know. There's something really cool about it to me. I still when I'm bored, I'll take a walk.
If I was going there for 3 days, I would spend a day down there. I mean, I don't have to spend, or not a day. I'd spend a night. I wouldn't have to spend all day.
I'm down to about twice a year down there.
I figure, yeah.
I mean, at night, like if there's a reason to go out, if like somebody's got something going on, or I got family in town, or whatever.
Yeah.
I like it during the day usually. I got some buddies that work during the day, bartenders down there, and it's a cool way to spend a Sunday.
Who are probably songwriters at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get cheap bill and you eat a $2 bologna sandwich and go watch the late game on Sunday night and text Jimmy Dan, who do you like?
Let me give you my spread here. But back to Hardy, how you met him.
Okay, yeah. So, man, you're good at this, Jimmy Dan. You're good. He's keeping us in line, isn't he?
He was right there on track.
He's
I just got to pick up for Chad, and I can't do that at all, but I'm just doing my best.
Who's going to fill his shoes? You know what I mean?
Nobody.
We'll say you better break out some bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
And hit that cigar.
Well, hopefully.
Can we cut that end off? Can we make it like COVID?
Well, I don't have my. I don't.
Yeah, you
well,
should.
Wait a minute. Let me see if Chad's got his in here. Chad doesn't have his in here.
Hey, just light it a little bit. Just get it hot.
Here, just cut. Just keep gnawing at it with that. Cut it in a bunch of circles.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, give us your Hardy. Let's go. I want to hear this.
So I went out to a writer's night, this small little place. We had a mutual friend that we didn't know, obviously, because we didn't know each other. And we played our round or whatever. And after it was over, I mean, he was young then. He was probably 22. And, I mean, he was brilliant then. I mean, he's just, some people got it, and he's just got it. He's a
How'd you know he was brilliant?
A creative force. I mean, he's just, I mean, his songs were just out of the gate good. I mean, they were just good at 22. And, you know, for a lot of people,
he's only like 26, so you know him 4 or 5 years in? He's probably
6.
27 maybe now.
I think I've known him at least 6 years. But, you know, songwriting's, a lot of people use the word craft. You gotta learn it, and you gotta work really hard at it. And I think some people are just really, really natural at it.
They have good format.
Good format. That's a term I'll never forget. And I still won't know what it really means.
That's just all the time. Send me a format.
I think what he means is like he wants a progression. But he also wants like a structure of where to put the words in the progression, like where to sing the phrases over time. I think he literally wants me to send him a song.
I'll change 2 words, call it mine. Yeah, it's all right.
Hey, people made a living doing that in that time, or they've continued their living by doing that. So
maybe Led Zeppelin, but that's a different story.
So after that, after the show was over, I was like, hey, man, you're good. And he was like, you know, same and all that stuff. Just the very typical stuff you do when you're young. There's T-shirts made that say, want to write sometime.
Oh, okay.
Because it's that normal. It's a business, so people are all trying to improve their contacts.
Yes,
you know? And then it's fun because sometimes you're like, you know, you're kind of asking up. This dude, he's good. You know, he might have a couple cuts or whatever. Yeah. And then you got to be brave enough. Like, well, should I go approach him?
Kind of like hunting.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of like hunting.
Yeah, but you know you're killing that
6
deer.
string on my back.
Oh, nice. That's really good.
But that's kind of what it is, though. You're just trying to meet people.
Yeah.
Connect.
I mean, you do that anyway.
You're not going to connect with a honky-tonk guy. I mean, you are, but not like you are somebody like Hardy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I probably could. A lot of it's just personalities and like how you get along.
I don't mean you're an asshole. I'm just saying like your style of song.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I write with some country dudes. Yeah. You know, I do. And a lot of it's just like, I might not be the guy that's singing the song like stylistically. Like if I were to drive, that's the term they use. Like if I were writing for me, I'd probably lean a little more, a 90s 2000s acoustic Jack Johnson kind of beachy-ish. I mean, you know what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
I would lean that way, but a lot of times that's not my role. And you can still think your way through a song and let the other guy dictate the the melody.
That's what's crazy about how those songs come together. They're not like the melodies behind them, and now they've got even these backbeat tracks behind them, and then they just throw all this.
What's
stuff.
a drummer?
Exactly. Not anymore. I mean, I don't know, man. And you're not even seeing drummers right now in a lot of this style of music. I mean, even that Tyler Childers stuff doesn't have a lot of drums in it. I don't know, man.
It's changed a lot.
It's changed a lot. And then, you also you've got some other songs out. So you got Unapologetically Country with Hardy, who's killing it.
Hey, let me finish that story there, by the way, because it was going somewhere, and maybe I'm long-winded. Maybe that's what I'm learning on this. COVID taught me a few things: mushrooms and be a little more succinct, Donley. So we traded the your goods and all that stuff, and he goes, "Hey, do you have a song about engines?" And I said, "Yeah." I said it's called If Trucks Have Engines or something. Trucks Got Engine. I couldn't play it for you right now if you put a guitar in my hand, but he was like, I remember that song. He said it was the second night that I was in Nashville, and I went to a writer's night, and you were there, and I remember hearing that song, and he remembered me just based on, the memory that he had.
Yeah,
right.
That he could probably do that to a lot of people, to be honest.
That's probably why he's successful.
Oh, he's a sponge.
Because
he's
someone
a
that
sponge.
tunes all that in, like a Michael Jordan, somebody, that's what they do.
He's truly.
You can see that in him, like watching him
soaking
online.
it in.
Well, you can see like he's there, it's almost like he's on a mission, and that's what I'm saying. Like by him retaining that's all part of the mission.
Yeah.
And I've watched him since you turned me on to him there a couple of years ago. He's, you can tell even on stage, like he is there to get you pumped up. He is there, his songs are there to.
Yeah, he's learned a lot, and he's taken a lot of notes, and he knows. He went on the road early with Florida Georgia Line because he wrote 2 albums ago. He wrote 8 songs on it, and they fell in love with him, and he was writing all these songs and whatnot.
So he learned that.
Well, he saw the magnitude of success that they had. He was going to arenas, and he's seeing 20,000 people sing these songs, and he saw it's a production. It's a WWE over the top. Like it's
catchy
not
jingles.
It's not a little intimate sit down and play you a song and
it's
here to pour my
it's
heart.
Here I am and let's roll.
It's loud and it is aggressive and it is you came here to get wild and
let's get wild,
dude. And I saw him at Bogart's like one of the first tours that he did. I think it was last year.
I remember that Instagram video.
And he was
I think you and Nora were streaming.
And he was like the headliner of this tour with my buddy Hunter Phelps and another guy, Sean Stimley, and it was just a wild, raucous, chaotic night. Like his fans are young, they party, they drink. I saw people passing out and being like put outside. I saw people getting in fights. Like it was just it evoked a lot of.
Well, good. That's what we used to do.
Yeah, and I think people forgot how to go out and
that's what I'm saying. Like people would
and,
bust on those balls, but it's like, hey, that's what you're supposed to. That's what we used to do.
You know what it is? Rock isn't a thing anymore.
It's the closest thing.
And it's country, modern rock, and it's loud, and it's in your face, and people want to go do that stuff still.
And he's got like just enough outlaw edge to him. Like it's a different style outlaw. Like he's not the let's wear all black and do that outlaw.
But he's not the bro country either.
Yeah, he's not the bro country.
He's pretty good at bro. You could argue
he
that
gets his
is.
root a little bit there, but like I said, it's a little bit different than what I get from a Florida Georgia Line
Me too.
kind of vibe.
Like not a soft like
a little bit wittier, a little bit harder.
Well, the term is boyfriend country. He's not boyfriend country.
No,
okay,
yeah.
If that's what
like Dan and Shay or Rascal Flats. There's always going to be that.
Oh no, God, not at all. No.
But he is. I'll pick you up in my truck, baby. We'll take you outside. Like
you know
what I mean. Like
if that guy says something to me, I'll fight him. Like he kind of puts you in that mind. He does. You can tell on stage. You're not that outgoing.
I wouldn't fight him either. He's kind of. He's got some big hands.
He got some big hands on him.
Big old hands, son. You should see him hit a golf ball.
Yeah.
Dude, he hit my 5 iron.
Big up top.
He hit my 5 iron one day because we're both left-handed, and to this day, like we still, we hang out not as much as we used to because he's busy.
Sure.
He's got a lot of things going on, so every once in a while we'll golf, and he's lefty and he hit my 5 iron one day, and he hit it probably 40 yards past where I would hit the 5-iron. I mean, just roped one.
Yeah.
And I go, man, my 5-iron has never been treated like that. It is not going to want to go back in my bag, man. It wants to stay in your hands. But yeah, he's a big dude, man. He can. I wouldn't want to fight him. Let's just say that.
It's fun to watch those guys. I mean, they're a lot younger than me, and for him to be doing that at that age, I mean, that has to be just a high from all get out. Jameson's got it too right now. You turned me on to Jameson Rogers. I mean, man, that guy saw. Did CJ write Some Girls?
Yeah.
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 That's cool too. You introduced me to CJ, another solid dude, man.
I've watched a lot of dreams come true.
Yeah.
I've seen a meteoric rise out of people. Like it's hard to even fathom. 15 years ago, if you'd have told me I'd have been around a group of people that are doing what they're doing, it's insane to watch. I'm almost desensitized by now. It's like, I mean,
he's blown up. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I hear him on the radio all the time.
Maybe you're the good luck charm. Maybe like your songs get.
Tell him all that.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get in the room with him a little more and keep writing songs with him.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say he'll be headed out like 4-leaf clovers down in Nashville. Songwriter's like, hey, I'm your lucky charm.
I'll just buy a leprechaun suit, and walk in there. But it's pretty cool to watch, man. But
CJ's probably one of the best dudes I've met. I mean, Shane, another one, but CJ, Shane and I, we kind of have that somewhat, tie to our geographical region, so we're able to kind of really have a good friendship. Where CJ, he's from Louisiana, or whatever, and then he lives in Nashville.
Yeah.
So I don't talk to him like I do Shane, but at the same time, like I sent CJ a thing the other day. A guy I have on Facebook just happened to have a picture or something that he had picked up at a CJ Solar show.
Yeah.
And I tagged CJ, and we text back and forth after that, and I was like, there's not too many dudes who's just going to text a guy from Jackson, Ohio for no,
Yeah.
But I mean, CJ's just a genuine guy.
Or maybe you are just that cool.
No,
to
that's
where
not
he appreciates you.
No.
I mean, you got a lot of love.
Well, we had a pretty good time, man. I mean, he treated me right. He
talking about the show, the New Year. Was it New Year's Eve?
Well, he started with me on the Jeepin' for Joy thing.
Okay, I didn't know that.
2 years ago.
But you had him at the stock room.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
It was the
High
toy
State.
drive thing.
Yeah,
it was the night that Nick had to play right in the middle of the High State game.
Oh, yeah. Can we get to that real quick?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Usually after a show,
Bought tickets
you're
and
like,
everything to watch you,
like, I
my
love
friend,
this.
perform on stage, and here is the Ohio State Buckeyes and Michigan State Spartans. in the
Hey, he's
background.
got so much side hustle. He walks in a circle. He kept that from me as long as he could until like a day before, 2 days before.
And I was like,
and he's like, oh yeah, and you're gonna go on when they kick off.
Yeah.
I'm like, sweet man, yeah, that's awesome.
And hey, CJ, when the game's over, it's your time to shine.
Yeah.
He played second half. Old CJ got the second half. He's just up there shaking his head.
Well, I was glad that Oak Hill got to see Park's Edge.
Yeah.
We were all impressed. We were very impressed. I will say that.
You did pretty good that night.
did.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
You paid for my gas.
Yeah, I did. I met Aaron Myers that night.
Was that the first time?
Another
It's the first
great
time I met Aaron Myers.
Oh.
And truth be told, the reason, not that I'm anything, I'm not shit, but the truth be told, the reason that I play guitar is linked back to Aaron Myers. Okay. Truth be told, because of Andy Oyster. I started originally playing with Andy. Andy took it. We could talk about Andy a whole nother show, but Andy took it. He started very young. Not very young, but he started at age 21, 20, maybe 19, 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think he was playing mid-teens.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just.
And he was a natural. He looked like he was 30 when he was playing 15.
Yeah, and he started playing because Aaron Myers.
Yeah.
Well, Andy was a guy. He was a year older than me, but he was a real good friend of mine, and so I can remember just Andy just everywhere you went, man, playing guitar, and my whole family played. So I had easy access to guitars and thought I could figure it out. So the first bout that I had with trying to play guitar was because of Andy Oyster, which was because of Aaron Myers.
Yeah.
So.
Aaron has been awesome in my life.
Back to your roommate, so circles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Back to your.
I mean, he was 15 years ago.
Roommate.
He welcomed me into his home in Nashville, and he didn't know me. He knew. We've probably said hi, you know what I mean? But we had quite a bit of an age difference. at that time. I mean, I think Aaron's 11 years older than I am. Yeah. So obviously, you know, he goes to school. He goes to veterinary school at OSU, moves to Nashville to do the song stuff. And dude, he was good. He was really good.
That's what I've heard.
Good looking dude, incredible voice, could play, had some songs too. Like he had songs under his belt that were good. But yeah, he took me in. He met me one day. My mom reached out to Libby, his wife, and she goes, "What's Aaron's contact info? Nick's coming to town." And Libby gave me his phone number, and I printed out directions on Nashville and randmcnally.com. I had the paper. Took me the wrong way. I had to go through Huntington.
You're reading and driving.
I didn't even know to go through the Industrial Parkway. Like Rand McNally had me going through Huntington. So I went an hour out of my way. I had to come back. But we get there, and I pull into the center of the town, and I typed in Nashville, Tennessee. It took me to the Best Western, or they called it the Shoney's Inn, and they used to do writers' nights there.
Out on top of the hill?
Yeah, Demumbrian.
Yeah.
Demumbrian.
Yeah. Is that what
it's not that anymore. They've torn that down. It was a parking lot. Now it's a bunch of condos.
I know where the Best Western was, though. Yeah. It was there until probably 2014, 15 maybe. Yeah,
actually, it is still there. It might have a different name, and it's kind of built differently. They've renovated.
It's right at the top of that hill.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly where it is.
So I pull into town, and then I call him, and he's like,
Beer?
If you've ever heard of Aaron, he's
yeah.
Voice is so low, you can't even understand him, like so low end, and he's like, I'm out here on my boat, and I'm like, all right, hell yeah. Boat, man, that's cool. And he's like, just come on out here, and he gave me directions, and I went out there, and he pulled up on this little sailboat with a couple of other Oak Hill guys that were down there visiting, Kenny Atkins and his brother Heath, or cousin Heath, and he took me out on his boat, didn't know me or nothing, just took me in.
Yeah.
And we ended up having like 2 days together, and I stayed there, and we went downtown. He was dating a girl.
So you didn't know him prior?
Mm-mm.
I figured you guys would have known each other from childhood.
No, like I said, 11 years, and he moved.
Yeah.
I mean, I played basketball.
Libby's something to you, she's sure.
Well, she's currently she's my buddy's wife, but I mean she was never related to me. Like it's the same way that Steven is.
Yeah.
He's it's not blood, but it was around.
Well, to a Jackson guy, you're all related.
Right.
Like that. I just see that one big family.
Yeah, you're right. The patriarch. I wonder who it is. I don't know who it is.
Well, I did. I thought that was your cousin, but I guess now that I sit here and think about it, it's not.
Yeah. But we were close. We'd see each other quite a bit, but not Aaron. So he took me in, and he was like, "Hey man, I got an extra." He said, "I got 2 extra bedrooms, and you can stay here." So I had a little bit of money saved because I sold radio in Columbus right after I graduated from Shawnee, and then I just rode around town for 6 weeks, or 6 months, and I just saw how the town worked, and went to all these writers' nights and tried to figure out the places to go, and eventually I had to get a job, and I chose a fish restaurant where I wore a fish tie for about 5 years until the flood happened.
Yeah.
And then, but dude, for a year and a half, we had an absolute blast.
Really?
That guy was cool, man.
Then he moved back here.
He moved back here because I guess he could never get Libby out of his mind.
Oh, I thought she was down there with him.
She came down right at the end, but they knew where they were going.
Okay.
So he went back and started making babies and buying vet clinics, and now he's moved in above the lake over there.
Yeah, I heard he's in the horse business now. Heard that.
He's never left it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they were either going to rope or barrel race or chase cows.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I'll have to
if
get
it's
hold
a
of him.
horse or a car, he'll crash it.
So, well, I mean, you're doing good down there, man. I mean, you showed me a different life. I mean, I'd went down there a bunch with Lewis, our old buddy Lewis.
Yeah, love him to death.
Oh man, I haven't seen him. I don't think I've seen him. Yeah, he came one time since we saw him down there. He came back once, but I haven't talked to him. I was thinking about him on the way in here tonight. I need to send him.
You need to get him up here.
I'd love to get him.
What
up
an
here.
entertaining cat!
Oh
like
my
he's
Lord.
kind of made for it.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, he's kind of made for it. But I'd went down there and hung out with him a bunch, and then I went down there and met up with you 2 years ago, and you showed me just a different. Not that you showed me a different side, but I realized I could go to Nashville and not have to go down on Broadway.
Yeah,
which we typically always went to Broadway.
And it's fun. It's worth doing.
But
the town has a lot to offer.
I had hit that point where I was just kind of tired of that. Me and Mindy had been in all those places.
Margaritaville for the 8th time.
Yeah. Well, I never did go there, but I mean, even
I'm
the stage. Yeah, exactly. You could go. It's like you could go set. The only reason, whenever I was playing a lot, I'd go to Nashville so I could figure out what's hot down on Broadway. Then I'd come back and I'd add it to my set list because that's
from
where it was
one
going.
Broadway to the other.
Yes, I mean that's what you do. Cause
Broadway in Nashville to Broadway Jackson. Yeah.
Seriously, they don't play anything different. I mean, you've been to a Pudge show.
Well, a hit is a hit.
A hit's a hit.
That's countrywide, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you could just kind of go down the street. Is it true what they say though? That whenever I was going down there a bunch, they always said you just tried to work your way up Broadway.
Work your way up Broadway?
Yeah,
like that's how you would do it.
Yeah, and they said like whenever you played Legends, the next stop was Bridgestone.
That's actually pretty cool.
That's I've had like 4 people down there tell me that.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's probably been a bunch of people that's come from that, but
Eric Church used to play Legends all the time.
I think things changed a little bit, and I think there are probably a lot of folks that would tell you to stay away from Broadway too. Yeah. But I got buddies that it paid them a lot of money and they cut their teeth doing it, and they learned a lot about themselves and how they perform.
I'll tell you something.
And
it'll make you a showman.
Well, here's the thing: you can't play 4 hours. These are 4-hour shifts, so they go from 10 a.m. to 2 p. Work your way up to 12 a. Yeah, pretty much, or to 2A.
2A, yeah.
So it's just constant, and some of those guys, it's their only job, and they'll play back-to-back shifts. So imagine singing 8.
They'll play back-to-back shifts.
Well, imagine the players will, but the singers, singing 8 hours.
Oh yeah, you'll see a bass player at the stage, and then you might go down. You might see him down at the stage at 10 a.m. and then you might walk on down to the Hard Rock at 2 p.m. and he might be down there playing in a band.
Yeah, because they also have the same. Those bars have like the same owner for like certain conglomerates. Yeah. So like one guy will own 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, and then one guy books for all those guys. But those singers go down there and they're singing 8 hours, sometimes 8 hours a time, and all they're playing are songs that people want to hear, that they come to Nashville to hear, and they're playing hits. Yeah. So when you're only playing hits and your mind has only heard hit melody, hit chorus, when you get into a writer's room, that's what you're spitting out. You're spitting out hit melodies and hit choruses. Yeah. And in that regard, those guys have benefited tremendously from being Broadway. Down there. Yeah. Like when you go down there and write with guys that have played down there, you just get out of their way, Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
And you just try to write the lyric with them.
Man, I tell you, and I watched that with Lewis. Lewis was in his day was the best entertainer that I had seen down there. Like, dude, at 11 o'clock
he looked the part.
He looked the part. He had it all.
What
and
was
like
the bar he played? The
stage.
The stage.
Yeah.
And that is honestly that's the
headline bar.
To me, it's the coolest venue just because there's a, it's big. Yeah. And they had a stage.
It's honky tonk still,
appropriately named.
Yeah.
And a balcony.
And it was kind of rowdy.
Yeah.
And the sound was loud, and like to me personally, that was the coolest place to go.
Me too. And to watch him go down there and headline on a Friday and Saturday night, and see both of you guys take that. You guys took different paths, know, and he's went one way with it, and you've went this way with it. It's been cool to watch, So like you're watching those young guys. Come up through the ranks, songwriting, and I watched you guys get down there, or buddies that I have down there, and everybody took a different path,
right?
And it's been cool. I mean, you're still at it, and doing well. You've been down there how many years?
Going on 15.
And I mean, you're kind of in my, from what I can see, you're kind of not the top, but you're on your way to the top.
Yeah, I'm intermediate. I'm middle tier.
Yeah,
like
you're known.
It's a very small little group of people.
Sure.
So like back in the early 2000s, I read a stat recently that said Nashville has lost 80% of its writing community because of how people consume music. There's just not enough money to go around. So the community is really, really small compared to what it used to be. And so it's great to be in the community, but it's still pretty top heavy as far as like, there's only about maybe 20 folks that are really writing the hits.
Yeah.
And I'm using that number just to throw it out there. I mean, people could probably argue that there's 10 guys writing them and some girls. But it's like I'm not in the position where I've been generating money for people yet.
Yeah.
I'm around. I'm getting my name on major label cuts.
Yeah, you are.
Like people know who I am. Some of them probably don't even know what I look like yet because I haven't taken a picture with my arm around my buddy celebrating a #1 song yet. And when you start doing that, your calendar changes, like who you're writing with changes. It's a very perpetual thing. So it took me 10 years to get a publishing deal. And I'm just now to the point where I'm getting songs that people know, but I haven't had the big one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still driving around in a car that doesn't have XM. And I say that not necessarily as a joke, but just to give you an idea of like you said earlier, you mentioned from you're playing Legends and then you go to Broadway. Like financially, it's kind of like that too for a lot of people.
Bridgestone.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
You go for a long time without any money. You're in the lowest tax bracket, and then all of a sudden you're in the biggest tax bracket, and then the shitty thing is they tax you like you're a damn doctor. And it's like, dude, I've been struggling. I'm poverty level for 15 years. Are you going to tax me now? Dang.
I watched Morgan Wallen and Theo Vaughn podcast.
I bet that was just phenomenal.
It was okay. Yeah, it was good.
Who failed?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I really did. You listen to Theo?
I haven't seen it. No.
Do you know who Theo is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen the Morgan Wallen.
Do you ever watch his stuff?
A little bit here and there. Not as much as I would say Rogan, but
yeah, like I really liked him. Really,
Theo?
yeah, and I still do. I still enjoy it, but I mean, I have to be in the right.
Give me one of them bush-like hitters, bruh.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to hit one of these hitters, son, and crawl back in that third row. Learn some remedial reading. Get back in that 6th row and get one of them juice box
I got to be in the right mood. I
love him. I think he's great.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think he's great, but I got to be in the right frame. It's hard to listen to Theo, like during a work day, and like get anything done. Like I can listen to Joe Rogan and work up quotes and do my thing and get something done. Theo, I just start laughing, and I have to be in the right. And it's hard to listen to him right before bed.
He is a naturally just
funny dude.
Yeah, like Rogan is. I feel like Rogan is a writer, comedian. Like he sits down and he writes material. I think naturally Theo is just he speaks funny things.
Yeah, he does. Like Theo's really funny. Like I don't know. So
language.
His verbiage, just everything he does is funny.
He grew up in the hood, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and poor, and you can tell because he don't give a shit. Now he's got money.
I did it, son. You can't tell me.
He's tickled to death.
Man, Bill Burr roasted him the other day on his own podcast. He came in there and gave it to him.
Really?
Yeah, and apparently they're friends, so it was all good. Jordan told me that because I was like, man, he gave it.
Bill
to him.
Burr's funnier.
Yeah, he listens to a lot of Bill Burr.
That's brilliant, dude. And he talk about a guy who don't give a shit.
Bill Burr don't give a shit.
No.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of him. He's good.
Yeah,
Does Bill Burr have his own podcast?
I'm sure he does.
Or was he just on somebody's?
I'm sure he does. No, he was on Theo Vaughn's, and they're tight.
Oh,
and he gave it to Theo on his own podcast.
Oh, I'm sure he gives it to everybody.
Yeah, and Theo was talking about
he gave it to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan kicked his face off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think those two are tight. I think those two are pretty tight, though.
Oh, they are. They are.
All these superstars that you just you want to be one of these days. These
I mean, who wouldn't want to? They are podcast.
I just want to be Jamie.
Shit, I just
dude, first ever double appearance.
No, I want to be the guy that owns Spotify that paid Joe Rogan. That's that's what I want to do. I think
trying to figure out what to do with your $150 billion.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
Yeah, let's
go eat the best cheeseburger in the world in France.
Okay. Yeah. It'd be back by 2. Yeah. But Morgan, Theo, they were talking about being broke, and Morgan was like, "Hey man, I got 4 #1s, but I'll still fly and coach every now and then." He's like, "I'm not rich."
He's maybe not yet, but
and I was thinking, I was like, in my mind, I was like, he's probably right. He's probably not rich. I mean, he's probably doing pretty well. I mean, if he wants a new F-350, I'm sure he can go get it.
Oh, he's on his way.
Yeah, but he's on his way.
The comfort is knowing that it's coming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he's not even hit his peak yet.
No,
he's a born superstar.
Now Luke Combs,
he can sing, dude.
Now he's got his shit. He's going to be rich. He's already rich.
Oh, he's loaded.
Yeah,
he owns his own he owns his own publishing company, and now he's signing writers, not only writers, but he's signing artists.
Well, they say like several articles have said how he's the next Garth Brooks. Like,
easy.
Dude's 28.
Yeah, but Garth was transcendental. Garth changed it.
Garth and Billy Ray changed music.
His music changed it.
Yeah. I always said him and Billy Ray were the 2 biggest needle movers in country music history.
And Billy Ray?
Billy Ray's been a part of the 2 most successful songs in country music history.
Billy Ray's song, "Achy Break Your Heart," was
Who don't know that song?
It was the biggest of probably 5-10 years. Maybe, I mean, I don't know what it grows compared to other ones, but I don't know if Billy Ray did it. I think Garth as an artist.
I'm saying Billy Ray has jumped into changing the music world twice.
Well, with his daughters too.
No, with Old Town Road.
Oh, yeah, little Nas.
But those are just two songs. Garth.
I get it, but look at the weight of those two songs.
Yeah, but Garth is playing live shows in the early 2000s on NBC. Like, Garth has been
Central Park, wasn't it? Didn't he sell out Central Park?
He did. I had that CD actually. It was a double CD.
That guy has won Entertainer of the Year 20 years after he's
every time he grabs a guitar. 2021. Did you grab a guitar, Jenner? Okay.
Yeah, just in, Garth Brooks wins the 2024 Entertainer of the Year.
He decided he was going to play that year.
Yeah. I'm not saying he doesn't mess up either, but he's an icon beyond.
You ever went to a
icons.
show?
No.
I have.
Honestly, never been a huge Garth Brooks fan.
I'm a huge Garth Brooks
I
fan.
enjoy some of his songs. I think are great, but I never bought into the Garth Brooks character. It seemed almost a little contrived.
You getting a beer? Yeah. Grab me one too. Yeah. There's a whole fridge full downstairs. Watch your headphones.
And here I am, the guy that drives a Hyundai, and still doesn't have any clout yet. But I felt like his character, if I'm being honest, was a little contrived. It was a little forced. It was like he's flying down on the Raptors. He learned that from Vegas or something.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. He's got it.
Unanswered prayers. And the river and rodeo. Some of those
deep. I tell you what he is. He's like Michael Jackson of the country world. I mean, you know how Michael Jackson. I mean, he was.
Did he have a ranch where he took kids?
No, but I'm saying as far as Michael Jackson. Whenever he hit you with a song, it was going to be a deep song.
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't that bubblegum stuff. He's going to hit you with something that you're going to play at either a wedding or a funeral or something.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson was the same way there at the end. What is that noise? You keep hearing that?
I do hear it.
I don't know what that is. His phone in his seat. Know what that is?
No. Oh, his phone?
Yeah.
I don't know. The microphone's right there.
Might be. Grab that thing. See if it'll. If you can reach it.
Oh, I don't hear it now currently.
Might be feeding back.
I don't hear it currently.
You don't hear it currently? Huh. I did. We're going to shuck those oysters. Then we got the Tyson Jones fight.
Yeah.
Or are we going to do that out there? Or you want to do it on a podcast? Or you want to do it out there?
Do what?
Shuck him oysters.
I'll do it right here. I mean, I don't know if the camera's really going to be able to see it, but I think it's cool to talk about.
Well, yeah. So you've got into this oyster shucking.
Mm-hmm. Love it. I'm a foodie, dude.
You are a foodie.
I'm a foodie through and through.
That's why I couldn't wait to tell you about my diet and my success.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you.
No shit, completely.
Well, we talked about it a couple months ago whenever I'd actually done it, but you kind of got me into that to an extent. Yeah,
you're giving me you're saying that I'm somewhat responsible for your well-being and your health.
Yeah. You woke me up a little bit.
Probably the nicest thing you said to me, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, the mushroom hunting got me on it this summer because
you're walking around.
Well, not that, but you went at mushroom hunting different than me. I was out there to eat some damn morels,
and you were trying to take the picture, put on Facebook of all the back of the truck with the and saying, "Look how many I got."
Yeah, and you were more interested in what that morel did for your body, and you embraced the mushroom.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, that's cool because you're not a big social media guy,
No. I'm not very good at it.
No?
I had somebody get on me the other day. They kind of sat me down and gave me a talking to.
Really?
Yeah, and and I was just like, it just sometimes it just makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't know how to handle it.
You mean you don't have Facebook?
I mean, I do because I did.
Yeah.
But no, I that platform is not for me.
No. It's starting not to be for me either.
Dude, get away from it. It does nothing but bad. It's negative. Anybody out there that just wakes up and gets on Facebook, delete that shit. It is not good for you.
They can't. That right there, that's what I keep hearing, whatever that is.
I feel like it's you when you move.
Could be, I don't know. Another Goose Island? Then we got to go watch a fight, boys.
Life's pretty good.
Jimmy, damn, am I allowed to watch a fight?
It's at 11 o'clock, by the way.
Oh, is that when the fight is?
Yeah.
I thought it was at 9.
I think that's when the undercards start.
Oh, shit, I was hoping they started at 7.
No. Might change the way you handle your evening, huh?
Yeah, I was going to say, we better slow down.
We got some cheddar and horseradish chips for you if you need them.
Heck yeah.
Who you think's going to win? Tyson Jones.
Yeah, Tyson.
I played the video game too long to think that guy could be beat by anybody.
There's a part of me that's rooting for Jones. I want Tyson.
Underdog.
I like Tyson. I do.
I like Roy Jones Jr.
I do too.
Don't get me wrong.
I
mean, I like him a lot.
I really respect the way that they both have went at this fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, they didn't get nasty about it.
They didn't promote it in a bad way.
No, they didn't. They were
It's
like,
not a good look. I'm sure they had some PR people involved in that, and they're like, hey, we got to be adults here because
especially with Tyson.
You're 54 years old, and it looks weird if you're saying I'm going to eat your babies at 54.
Yeah.
You know, so
that was the first thing my wife asked me. Was like, "Is he doing it for the money?" I was like, "No, I don't think so. He's been pretty calm about it." I'm like,
I bet he is though too.
Well, a little bit of it.
Because didn't he go bankrupt for a minute?
Who?
Tyson.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I think
that was more of a Don King.
But now he's starred in some movies here and there. He's got a marijuana company too. I think.
You know, he didn't
I've
smoke
heard that.
weed the entire time he was training.
And I think he's like,
Did you watch his Rogan? His second one?
yeah. When he brought,
Did you watch his first one?
Uh-uh.
Watch his first one, then go watch his second one. Scare the shit out of you.
Why?
Because he was like, "Yeah, Joe, man, I just want to." I took a DMT. Yeah, man, I just love everybody and everything's all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
And then he comes out, he's like, and I'm a lion and I'm going to kill you. He's like snapped. Like, I mean, because Joe talked to him about the first time about, like, do you work out? Do you hit the bag? Do you do anything? He's like, no, man, I don't want to awake the evil. And and Joe was like, you don't want to awake the evil? And he was like, no, man, I don't like who that guy is. That makes me. And then he comes back the second time, and I think his exact quote was, the gods of war have awakened me or something.
Yeah.
And it was like scary. And like, he's a different guy.
Yeah. I mean, weed changes you.
So Joe asked him, because the first time he had just taken that DMT trip and he did all that with the shaman. He went with the shaman and did the whole deal. And then the second time, so he did all that, and he had just started his mass producing of the weed line, and he got off the weed for this fight. So like, he has his own weed company now.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy does.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I'd have to look it up.
Knock you out.
Can you pull that up?
Knock out weed. Sure, put you on your ass.
Punch out.
Punch out. Yeah, that's
Punch
it.
out,
Mike
man.
Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh, what a great game. Can we talk for a second just about that game?
Oh, that game. You got it for sale?
Oh, I have one at the house, but it's a personal.
It's a personal.
Yeah.
But he'll
what a
autograph
great
it
game.
for you
We're
for
talking,
for $280. He'll send you a Jimmy Dan autograph. Mike Tyson Punch
You
Out
could probably
cartridge.
get an autographed Mike Tyson cartridge probably for like $150, $200, I think. It probably wouldn't be too much.
No.
Depends on the night.
I'm not
He
even,
does a lot of those autograph
I'm
sessions.
not even blowing in the back of that one. That one's just going in the frame.
But Don Flamingo, King
yeah.
Hippo.
There's a
Hippo.
lot to talk
Piston
about.
Honda. Oh, man, we could roll through it anyway.
Wasn't there Soda Popinski?
Yeah.
My
So,
my
yeah.
personal favorite.
Who was at
He's
the
going to
end?
get you punch drunk.
Who was at the end?
I mean, it was Mike.
well, Mike was
Sandman.
in. Who was the one right
Super
before?
Macho Man.
Super Macho Man was the one.
Dream, and then it was
Sandman.
Mr. Dream whenever they lost the rights to it, right? Or
Right,
something?
yeah. They took away Sandman and I think put Mr. Dream at
Was
the end.
Sandman the one you had to fight before Tyson? If you made it to Sandman, then the next up was Tyson.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or it was Super Macho Man. Maybe that was the one they took Tyson out of.
oh man.
Hey, I can say this: if I haven't done anything in life, I have gone from start to finish,
Of
and
Mike
I've done it
Tyson's.
without having to restart. I got
Using
them.
the code or anything.
And I got to the point in college because college time, whatever.
Especially before Facebook.
Yeah, amen. And
Demon.
I got to the point where I would just be bored and I would type in that code. Some people still know it. I couldn't tell you right now, but and I would whip his ass in the first round. I'd TKO him in the first round. I mean, you want to talk about
just drop the controller,
yeah, you just
walk
drop,
away?
yeah.
I got a friend, no joke, that can beat him blindfolded, playing Nintendo blindfolded with
with the code.
Well, he'll face Mike Tyson.
The code, he sees
He'll
the code when he
face Mike
sleeps.
Tyson and put a blindfold on and beat him.
I know with the code.
Oh, but he'll
No,
go.
no.
Like, you mean put the code to get to Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
But-
he can put a blindfold
Oh,
on and fight
okay.
him.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, he literally is not seeing it, and it's live time, and he's fighting based on sounds.
Based
or
on
timing.
sound and timing.
And timing.
He
I was
knows
going to say,
when to
well,
move.
there's that, and isn't there a cadence that you can do basically? Well,
That's exactly whatever that is.
Yeah,
is what he's
it's
doing.
a cadence that you can do.
Yeah.
But-
I remember
but-
that.
I'm even watching it, and that eye blink is so quick that he still gets me. Like, if you gave me
Okay.
all night right now, I'm not doing it.
Does
I'm
he
not
do that in
beating-
real life? Is that why they did it?
I don't know, but they did get that
every
one.
character has
Yeah, they
their
did
own
get
little-
That one little dance that he did, they got
Yeah.
it.
Those,
Oh, after he beat that ass.
and he just, after he just smoked you.
Yeah. Man, and he would smoke you. He's won more than he's lost. I know that on that video game.
Oh, yeah.
He's 99% on that video game. So.
He's as good as he is in real life.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
I am too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Great.
a boxing match since what was it, McGregor and
Mayweather.
Yeah. That was the last one.
Was that kind of a bust?
No,
not really.
It was cool.
McGregor, held his own, but I think Mayweather's just kind of, I'm going to take you, carry you this long.
Yeah, I just want to win late.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no doubt you throw those guys in a cage and McGregor's whipping his ass.
Killing him, yeah.
You know,
absolutely killing him.
And he held a lot quicker than Mayweather got him into boxing.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, I guess that's kind of that's my comparison.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
McGregor's style is a natural boxer, though. So it's not like
He knows where to hit and
It's
when
not
to
like
hit.
you took a 3-point shooter and took him down on the block. And
Isn't that scary though that guys know that? Like I always worry about that at the bar. Like, you know, I mean,
that's why you got to mind your P's and your Q's.
you really do,
Pudge.
man.
You
Like,
don't know which of these guys is a
Hey,
UFC champion.
I've been roughed up before. I'm pretty nice to people in bars, man.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, you think, like, you know, like we had one not too long ago, and you know, nothing really happened, but I was like, okay, if something does happen, and one of these guys knows that shit, I mean,
You don't have a chance.
if they're your size, I don't have a chance.
No.
What if they're 6'3" and 260 or 240 and know
No.
that stuff?
Yeah.
You're done. I mean, you're not only done, you're hurt.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there are guys at my size right now that can beat up large
Large guys, large guys. That's a
most of
scary
those
thing.
guys training that fight professionally know that they're pretty much a registered lethal weapon. Yeah, they
Yeah.
know enough
They
to
won't
not get
fight
out
you.
of control.
Yeah.
That's why I think you see so few of those incidents. Because
Yeah.
you know people are constantly badgering them. Like,
Except
I'll kick
Conor
your ass,
McGregor.
man.
Yeah.
Well, Conor McGregor isn't except he's like punches old guys and stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, after he's already
I think
maybe
he got a complex
billionaire
a little
B.
bit.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
that's exactly it.
What's funny is, I mean, you've had, you know, like,
And he didn't have anything to fulfill him. So
You know-
he's going to a bar, an Irish bar, at 2:00 on a Tuesday, and by himself, drunk already, and an old man says something to him. He doesn't like it, and he punches him.
No, he bought him a thing of his whiskey.
And they didn't want to drink.
And the old
it.
man didn't want his whiskey and was like, "No, I don't want it." And he's like, "Try my whiskey." And the old guy's like, "No," and just threw it off the bar or something. And then he punched him, pretty much.
I can't believe he'd actually, I mean, can you imagine Joe Rogan just strolling in the stockroom?
Who?
Joe Rogan?
No.
So how can you imagine Conor McGregor just going to an Irish pub by himself?
Well, he was back home. I think it was
He
his
was
home.
I get it. I don't give a damn where Joe Rogan goes to a bar at.
He ain't coming. Joe Rogan ain't coming to Jackson, and he was probably by his house.
I don't care. I'm just saying Conor McGregor probably can't go anywhere.
Right.
Joe Rogan can't go anywhere.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't imagine him. Why?
And without people saying something to him, too.
Well, just get out of his car. Like, I bet you that guy has paparazzi on him 24/7.
Well, he went to a bar that didn't have many people in it by himself and wasn't followed and punched an old guy. So, like, it wasn't that, like, paparazzi's around.
Huh.
Like, I don't think they even have video of it.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
thought there was a video of it, wasn't
It's
there?
just it's just known that he hit this guy in this bar that he went to by himself in the middle of the day.
But the point, most of them are, like I said, pretty known to be like, I'm not going to get out of control and
Yeah.
fight these town.
You imagine fighting like that
Because they'll go to jail.
Magomedov? Oh, my God.
Oh, that's the one of the scariest humans on the planet.
Seriously. No, I
Khabib.
think Masvidal is. I think Masvidal would just,
we should be drinking vodka right now.
man, those guys are wicked fat. Just, what was that?
They will knock you out.
Your sound's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, something just happened.
Did I drink my second one already?
There it is. I think my cord just came out. We back? You guys good?
Yeah,
Can you
we're
hear
good.
that?
I'm doing great.
Something happened there on my connection. I don't know what it was.
Check 1, check 2.
But no, I get into a lot of the UFC like way more than, like I
That's
said,
what
the
it
last
is.
boxing match we were talking about was the McGregor one. That was the only one I watched. But I watch every UFC pay-per-view. I've seen probably the last 30, 40 in a row.
Have you?
Yeah. And just, I mean, I don't pay much attention to it. I don't follow it. I don't get on ESPN.com.
You just like it.
But when there's a pay-per-view or a big fight night, like, hey, I'm going to tune in and watch this. And most of the time, it does not disappoint.
Man,
No.
there's
Does
some,
not
There's some
disappoint.
kicks, man. There's some just people
And
completely
the chicks
getting laid
that throw
out.
down, too, man, those girls. Oh, my gosh.
A
They're
fight
just as skilled as the men and
Is
scarier.
a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fight.
That is an absolute fight.
That's just a fight.
Yeah.
small gloves. I mean, just like McGregor. I mean, knowing how to punch. I mean, he literally knows how to punch.
Right.
You.
The most accurate, I think, in like UFC history or something. He knows exactly when and where to hit you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. That's just and those.
They're quick, man, but they're just smart. We were talking about that earlier. Some athletes are they're intelligent on a different level, and it's not like it doesn't mean that they're going to be able to have a great interview at the end of the fight or the game or whatever. But for them to know their body so well and to be so reactive and to feel what the other person's going to do and to be able to control yourself in that regard is it's a remarkable thing to watch, because there's a lot of great athletes and some of them aren't as good as the best because they don't know how to move themselves. I think there's an intelligence to that.
I think it's going to be cool to watch these two 50-year-olds go at it though tonight. I mean, I really do.
Right. But that type of 50 is almost like a mid-30s. Really.
Yeah, especially compared to 20 years ago.
Yeah, compared to what it was. That's what I mean. Like you would have said that 30 years ago. I'm like, oh, that would have been the old George Foreman type, big old dude.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. You gonna shuck him oysters?
Yeah, we can
shuck you.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say I'm getting some
whiffs of seaweed.
Yeah, like salt water.
So what did
you
do here?
This one's called.
You ordered this?
This one's called Ocean Kiss. This particular oyster.
Ocean Kiss.
Yeah. So.
Did you bring gloves?
Yeah, I got gloves.
He's got a whole
These
kit
shuckers
here.
are the real deal, man. They are the real deal. So, got a couple shuckers here. Dropped a little cash for this one. It's good heavy weight. Fill that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a little cheapo, little plastic one that you get.
They're not like super sharp.
No, they're not super sharp. No, they're meant for like placement and pivot and to pop a hinge.
Okay.
Right. So we got a couple gloves here. I got these at the Speedway in Logan. Probably meant to pick up leaves or something, but they look like oyster gloves because I think my brother lost my other pair.
Josh, damn it.
Yeah, he's good at losing shit. Okay, so here we are. Here we got these oysters. These come from Maine. This particular company is called Island Creek Oysters.
Island Creek Oysters.
Yeah, and they've been around for a couple years. Couple brothers started it and.
We'll clear the way for him, won't we, Jimmy?
Yeah, we're gonna try to make as much room as possible here.
So I got 50 of these the other day, and I went and hung out with my cousins in a little cabin in Logan. And,
Ashley.
And they sent them right to us. So you can get online and you can say, all right, I want these particular oysters, and they'll get them to you. They'll harvest them, and within 2 days they're at your doorstep and you're eating them.
So these come off of where?
They come out of the water.
This is a live oyster that they raised.
It's live right now.
It's alive right now.
Yeah, and they put them in the water. They kind of move them around. I think they eat by the shore.
Where's its head at?
I'm sorry. I think it goes through the hinge probably.
Right there.
Yeah, and they just pretty much absorb the shore waters. They wash in and wash out. So they're eating. It's probably not the term plankton, but a very micro level. They're eating something inside of here. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. It's kind of like I compare it to like the wine world a little bit because there's a lot of different flavor profiles depending on where they are, depending on what they eat. West Coast is going to taste different than East. And the Gulf, they call them Appalachia or Appalachicola oysters, and they're just monsters. I mean, they're bigger than that microphone head, but they don't taste as great. So they're a little cheaper, but if you get some with some salinity, or they call it brine, like a real salty taste, those are ones that are a little more sought after.
Okay.
So you go to these oyster restaurants, and they'll have like 5 types, and you get to say like, I want the ones from Prince Edward Island or whatever, and you might have to pay, $4 a piece for those, or go get a cheaper one. So these are kind of middle of the road. The interesting thing about these, they have figured out because it's a very seasonal thing. So they used to say. You only eat oysters with months with an R. So it would be from
September, November, October, December.
Yeah. All the way
January's
over to April.
Out.
R.
Yeah.
All the way to April, I guess. Beginning of the season usually is the best. But these particular guys, they have figured out how to, if I'm reading or I just read this website from called Friedman Farms. Produces these particular, and they have figured out a way to do this throughout the season. So if that's the case, they're probably going to probably going to kill it because, 6 months of the year, they're the only guys that know how to do it from what I read.
Okay.
But anyway, it's really cool. It's supposed to taste like seawater, pretty much.
Okay.
It's protein. They're alive. There's a little hinge here.
I think you got that.
Yeah, you got that glove on
I
backwards.
sure do. I sure do. Well, you guys can have the right. If you guys want to do this, do it. It'd
No,
be
you're
cool.
good. I want to see this. I want to eat one, actually. I love oysters. Did you bring the hot sauce?
No hot sauce. We're going to do it the real way.
COVID mitts after you're done.
I washed them. I washed them today. Swear to God. I put them in the washer and everything. All right. So there's this little wedge here, and sometimes they're really hard to open. So like if I get to a point where I can't open, I might just grab another one. But essentially what we do, we try to get in the center of it. Okay.
Okay.
You find this little spot, and all we want to do is pop the hinge open, and then we just go around.
It's kind of like a can opener.
Yeah, a little bit of a can opener. And the better tool you have, the easier it is. All right, so I kind of got that hinge open, right?
Yep.
Just kind of split it open,
Work
pull it right
down.
back.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay.
Holy shit! Look at the size of that oyster.
That's a good size.
And it looks
oh my
great.
God.
It really does look
That's
good.
a lot bigger than what you'll get typically at a store.
Yeah, I don't know. It's live, so what you get at a store, if you're talking about the jarred ones, they're going to shrivel up after they die, and they're also going to be put in some kind of solution to preserve them.
Clean them, preserve them.
But essentially, up until that point, he was alive, and now we're going to eat him. Do you guys want to try this?
Oh, hell yeah, we do.
All right. I'm so glad you guys are going to be into it. Should we do 3 and then do them together, and then we can talk about it?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do 3 together, yeah.
So in the meantime, we can continue to talk about oysters, or we can change topics. I mean, I don't really know how this shit works, to be honest.
Well, I say you just keep opening these things, and we'll keep talking. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm a big oyster fan.
Okay.
Anytime I go on vacation, I like to get them.
Why?
Of course, they're already.
Because it is dangerous, and I've cut myself, and I've seen people cut. You got it because you have to have a lot of weight, like a pressure to hold in there, and if you slide off, you're gonna get you. Okay.
Gonna nip it.
Can I see?
Right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's more of a twist than a jam in, so you got to find that spot and turn. So there you go. Jimmy Dan, you want me to get you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got the glove on.
Oh, I cracked the shell.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm used to these coming to my plate on ice.
Yeah.
Already open.
Yeah. So I didn't want to put you guys in danger. So today I got online and I was like, all right, how long they last? What they got to do? What?
Do that one.
How do we make sure that they're
Figure that one out.
that they're safe to eat? And
Gotta practice.
A couple people did some tests where they pretty much kept them, between a certain temperature, and they were eating them like 40 days after. So these things last a long time if you give them the right.
If you keep them the temperature.
If you give them the temperature,
Okay.
give them the right environment.
Well, because they're living, so, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So why do you like to eat oysters?
I honestly just admire the flavor more than anything. I mean, it's obviously not a lot of food. It's not like, going to Texas Roadhouse and saying, give me your big steak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just appreciate the process.
It's more of a delicacy.
And to think like, this ain't bad for you.
Yeah, no.
At all.
How could it be?
Yeah. So, and the fact that I know where it's coming from, once again,
Yep.
just being health conscious. And it's just kind of like, it's
See, that's how you
it's entertained me for a while. So like the more I read about it, the cooler it is, and I just want to kind of be around it, be part of it. That's all.
Almost like mushrooms, a little bit in the way.
A little bit.
Right. Only thing is we can't get those around here.
Those
We can't just go out to the Jackson Lake Shore and pick those up.
No. There are freshwater oysters though. I don't know if people eat them, to be honest. There you go. So typically the way people would eat them, if you've never had an oyster, you would,
Get a little lemon.
and you put it on a saltine cracker, and you'd either do lemon or
I don't do the cracker. I go with a little bit of the lemon, a little bit of the hot sauce.
You guys know Gil's fancier than hell.
and then hot sauce or cocktail.
Aristocrats.
Yeah. Cocktail sauce.
Oh, Lord, let's be the Welsh in you.
I guarantee you those Welsh ain't eating oysters.
Nope.
I tell you, they're telling you to stay the hell out.
They're
is
eating
what
mutton.
They're doing. They're eating mutton chops.
Mutton.
All right, so typically we would eat it a little bit of a different way. We'd dress it up like Jimmy Dan was saying, cocktail sauce or hot sauce or lemons or whatever. If you don't remove it from that thing, it'll kind of stick there. So I'm just going to, these are going to be easy slurp. We did oyster shooters
I
the
want
other
that
day.
guy right there. I want that one.
This one?
No, this one. Right
You got
here.
it.
Yeah.
You want the
That one looks
smaller one or
good.
big one?
I don't give a damn, bud.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so it's just imagine. Actually, let's just eat them and then we'll talk about what we taste. That'd be fun.
How do you eat them?
We're gonna slurp them. So I've removed
Slurp
them. Yeah, you just kind of take this side, put your lips up to it, just kind of throw it back. Right. Cheers.
Very salty.
Man,
that's good.
So salty.
That tastes just like you just took a big old drink of lake water.
Well, not lake water.
Seawater.
Seawater, yeah. By God.
Isn't that crazy?
Pretty
though?
damn good.
Now imagine a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit of lemon juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think lemon's the way to go. Just one drop.
And like
of
he said, you can put cocktail sauce on it. Maybe a cracker if you're feeling.
Some of these taste like they don't have much salt in them. Some taste like the earth. Some taste nutty. Some are sweet.
That tastes just like the ocean.
Yeah, exactly like the ocean.
Exactly.
And that's why it's called Ocean Kiss, and I think that's probably what they were going for. But I've just really got.
So how much was 50 pounds?
Well, 50 of them.
50 of
50
them.
of them. So 50
I
oysters.
paid $95.
So roughly $2 a piece.
$2 a piece, and that's probably middle of the road. So if you wanted a bad boy oyster, you'd probably pay $200 or,
Is that shipping and everything?
Shipping and everything.
Well, you got to ship it.
Yeah, no, that's probably the hardest thing for you.
That's probably
how to figure out that. And I think this Island Creek Oysters has figured out a way to get oysters from a lot of other places too. So they're kind of like a hub, like a distributor. But they definitely know their stuff, and they have their own oysters as well. But this place, you can order lobster, you can order you can order $1,300 worth of caviar. Yeah,
I just had caviar for the first time.
It's pretty wild,
about
man.
3 years ago.
Salt.
Yep. It
and
was
rich
good.
and rich.
Yep, it's rich.
I've not had the caviar.
Caviar's pretty good.
I mean, I would definitely try it. Just I don't think I've ever had it.
It's not as expensive now as what people think it used to. That was like the rich man's food. It's really not that bad now.
You can buy 100 grams on this website for $1,300.
100 grams of caviar
for $1,300. But you can also get, a little honey jar essentially with a little scooper where we could all sit around and
that's what I did,
and scoop it on for probably $100.
I think it was $79, something like that. It wasn't bad, but I mean, I don't know that I'd want to sit down and eat a bowl of caviar.
I don't think anybody
just
ever
get some
says,
Reese cups or something.
I'm gonna have a bowl of caviar tonight.
If I was Jeff Bezos,
I don't need any white bean soup.
Where's my horseradish chips at?
Hey, you were talking about what would you do if you had $150 billion? I'm just gonna eat a bowl of caviar. That's what we don't work. Eat a bowl of caviar. Don't work.
That's a cool way to say I'm loaded.
Eating a bowl of caviar.
Yeah.
What do you eat for breakfast? Just a bowl of caviar.
Dude, I heard things are going well. I mean, like, what's been up? I'm like, well, last night I had a bowl of caviar. So.
Sodium's up a little bit, but I'm good.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got gout, but other than that,
let's not joke about that. I have gout.
My brother has it too.
It's no joke, dude.
Adam Davy had it.
Yeah.
My old teammate had it
roommate.
when a young kid in college, a beast of a man, and he got gout playing basketball at 22 years old.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
thought he had a broken foot. Like, they're getting x-rays. He couldn't walk. He
Hell
was on
yes.
crutches.
Oh,
Couldn't figure it out. He's like, I don't know what's wrong with me. And they're like, well, matter of fact, you got
Till
a
I
big
changed
old
my diet,
case of King's disease.
I was like that 4 times a year. It was awful. It was the worst thing I ever had.
Too much meat.
Nope,
Rich.
peanuts.
Rich.
Peanuts
Protein.
and fish do it for me.
Proteins, rich food, olives.
Omegas do it for me. Fish. Actually, Eric Landrum, who was on the
I
podcast.
bet there's a lot of omegas in
Yeah,
there.
well, if I ate a lot of those, I take a pill every day now, and I don't typically get it. But if I,
You want to slice a few more of those open?
Yeah.
Jeez, he's gonna keep going.
Well, we got 3 more.
All
I had 6 left, and I thought, well, if my math is correct, we each get 2. You want to try one, Jimmy Day, or no?
No, I'm good. You
Okay.
got them.
Eat them, bud.
I'm gonna get you a good one, Pudge. That one looks good.
I've always thought
try this
that
thing.
our friendship was funny because we all basically met 30 years ago at cheerleading competitions with our sisters, and now we don't even talk about our sisters whenever we get together. It's like we don't even have that connection.
I hung out with Jimmy Dan's sister last night. We had game night.
Yeah,
over
he
here.
did.
Well, I mean, you guys still do. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't talk about it. I'm
Right.
just saying, like, we never make that correlation.
No, it's always if Nick's in town, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Finding something to do.
I don't know if I need to be doing this.
So put that on again, if you don't mind.
We're gonna see some blood on
Golly.
here.
It's like telling your kid not to do willies because he hadn't wrecked yet. I guess if you're doing
Jesus.
willies, you already wrecked.
Wait a minute. So where do I stick it in right there?
Yeah. Find that pivot. There's a hinge there, and you just got to get it in that spot. And then
hinge.
This is the movement. So dig it in kind of tight. Don't let it slide out, but just hold it tight, both sides.
Okay.
Hold it in forcefully, and just twist, and you'll feel it catch eventually. And then you just keep working on where you're feeling it catch. I heard a good one.
And then you want to essentially slide that blade across, right? And then just peel it back.
Actually, this one doesn't look good. That one doesn't look good.
Let me see.
It feels a little small.
Yeah,
it's shrunk. I feel like it.
Hell, I'm an old pro at this.
And to be honest, and
that one looks gravy.
Out of 50, I haven't seen that one yet. So this one feels heavy. This will be yours, Jimmy Dan.
I've already cut that one. It's already.
There you go. That's great.
It's ready.
It's ready to go.
It's ready to toast.
I'm getting a call.
You are? Mm-hmm. Probably Buck. Shout out Mr. Donley.
He's like, "Are you eating oysters right now?"
Yeah, you can smell it.
You told me you didn't have any left. Yeah, but my dad loves it. My brother, I bring it home. It's just a fun way. It changes the environment, you know?
Yeah.
And it's easy. All you got to do is click a button, and then all of a sudden everybody's at the damn coast. Oh, that's a good one, Jimmy Dan.
One I do remember not too long ago. I don't know if it was the 4th of July or sometime that you guys had a crab boil, right? Up at Aaron Myers, we were talking about earlier. Yeah. Had a little crab boil, and everyone was just out there banging with hammers and grabbing crab meat. And
yeah, I remember
big old table.
That was actually really cool.
Well.
All right, let it rip, boys.
Let it rip.
I'm gonna go get another beer while you guys are feasting.
That one had something in it, like some dirt or some chunks.
Shell.
Shell.
Yep. That's all good. Just a little bit of shell.
Huh.
Like a little bone.
By God. Only the good stuff on Chubby Bartenders, folks.
I told you, araristocrats.
Man.
We got cigars.
Yeah, we got fine cigars.
Fancy beers.
Goose Island IPA.
There we go.
Brings the bush lattes.
Somebody's got to class the place up.
We got a fighter on here tomorrow night. We got another show we got to shoot tomorrow night.
A fighter?
Yeah, well, not a fighter. He's an instructor
Is he from
of self-defense Krav Maga. Is he from Wellston? You just had to say it, didn't you?
They just all hated me.
You've said that several times, like how the Wellston guys.
I've carried it with me, man.
It's been his driving force in his music career.
It'll be the first place I play.
They ever tell you Shane opened up for a show in Wellston like 15 years ago? We didn't even know it. Then somebody sent me a text one day, and he didn't open up for me, but he like played before me. So I
think you said he opened up for you already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He opened up for you.
Yeah. So I always tell it was in Wellston. I always tell him that.
Pizza pub.
Yeah, he was like 12. Whenever he did it, he wasn't very old.
Yeah.
He was in the height of my glory.
He's a natural.
Yeah. He's down. He quarantined.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, he quarantined.
He said he didn't feel bad though.
Yeah, no. I tell you, man, it was kind of scary. I thought I had it.
I did too.
I went and got tested yesterday. You went and got, your daughter?
Boy.
Your son got tested.
Had it, yeah.
He didn't have it.
Correct. Yeah.
So, like, I had a what they call it, a trace or a
contact.
Close contact.
Yeah, contact trace or whatever. I had one of those, and I actually had two of them.
It was our third.
And, just there was a lot that went on to that. I mean, you're kind of gearing up, what's going to, do I need to stay home for 2 weeks? Do I have enough food? What am I going to do about food? And, beer.
That's what you got friends
How
for.
am I going to work? Well, and that's why I was like, okay, who can I call if I need this?
Yeah.
Who can I call if I need this? I was just going to deer hunt and ride horses for a couple of weeks.
Forage mushrooms.
Yeah, forage mushrooms.
Hey, it's a life skill. Don't laugh at it.
I know. Hey, I'm with you.
Hey, I'll never forget. I'll never forget our first mushroom this spring. I mean, we weren't in the woods 10 minutes.
5 probably. It was as soon as we hopped over the damn fence, sitting right in the middle of the walking trail.
Yeah, and Nick was like, "I got one."
He's ahead of me, and he's like, "Let me take you out here and show you this spot." And I was like, "Cool." And he was the guy, and I
didn't know what I was doing.
I had no idea either.
Yep.
And there it was in all its glory, about maybe an inch.
We just kneeled down and like looked at it for like 20 minutes and took pictures, and Nick was getting all these angles. I'm like, yeah, it's Morel. I'd never seen one.
It started everything.
It did.
Dude, I went from that to my first lion's mane. I found
Yeah,
lion's mane.
I didn't find any lion's mane. You ever found
I've
lion's?
not yet.
Did you eat it?
Did it taste like lobster?
yeah,
Like everybody said, lobster? No, different.
It was very light.
Fluffy.
It was just the texture pulled like crab meat.
Okay.
So it was kind of
like chicken of the woods,
stringy. That's way more dense.
Okay.
That tastes like chicken. It really does.
I don't think it tastes like chicken as much as the texture is.
And it feels like chicken.
More of like a shrimp kind of.
It tears like chicken.
Taste
This was a little more like a crab leg. If you were to get a nice keeper on a crab leg and you pull it apart, you'd see the strings in it. Right.
Just like flavor though.
Flavor, a little salt, a little earth, a little nut. It was sweet as you can. As a mushroom can be.
Got you.
But it was not.
Do you have them late fall puff balls that taste like blueberries?
Yeah.
I think you ate some old puff balls.
I think I ate something wrong. I think that picture this app took me in the wrong direction because you guys' puff balls, my puff balls, nothing alike.
No.
Our puff balls are this big and you slice it like mozzarella.
My puff balls are like pepperonis.
And
but you had a pep ball, and those are not good for you, I heard.
It'll be all right, though.
I can't say anything happened.
Were they brown?
They were brown.
Oh, no, they weren't.
I showed you a picture.
They were brown, and you ate those?
Yeah.
You must be taking your vitamin D because you probably...
Listen, I'm a ginger and a fat one at that. I take in all the vitamin D that'll make it stand.
You don't have a vitamin D filter either. It's
no, hell no. I'm taking it right to the vein. Yeah. It's just happening for me. Yeah. I'm getting it right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can read my son's veins at 30 yards.
Oh, my God.
So what did we cook this lion's mane in? Like, what was the
same
skillet?
thing as
butter.
Most of them.
Butter and
Just
garlic.
Very little butter and salt.
Salt.
Yep.
Yeah, I found dill weed. It's pretty nice to throw in a little slice of dill weed.
And you foraged it on your own?
Like when you're skillet, in the mushroom.
But the dill weed itself, like did you?
Oh no, you can get like Kroger, like private selections.
Okay. Jebediah Johnson over here.
Yeah, I didn't forge the skillet out of iron.
Did you forge your own dill weed?
Well, we're talking about food that we're cooking that we forage, so I don't think it's a reach to say.
So where'd you get that butter, Jimmy Dad? Did you?
Farm to table is kind of a movement, boys. I
do live close to Amish.
You do, yeah.
And I'm not judging for buying something.
No, I got you. I was just trying to make a suggestion.
I'm just saying it'd be way cooler if you were like, and then I found
if you didn't forage your dill weed, don't fucking talk to me, okay?
It's got to be fresh.
It's got to be fresh. You got to forage your dill weed, okay?
But good nonetheless. Put it in there with
you
your
can buy a store-bought, but it just doesn't taste the same. Whatever. To each their own. You probably never had dill weed.
Like
not that you foraged.
Frozen versus fresh.
He acts like you're baby. Did you go out there and forage your dill weed today?
Anyway, just throw some dill weed in there. I'll be good.
Okay.
Hey, you know what I had the other day that I really liked? Eggplant.
Okay.
It's delicious. You can make that thing like a hamburger. You can make it like spaghetti. You can do whatever you want to with it.
One of those controversial nightshades.
Oh, it's great.
A lot of people.
I will buy that every time I go to the store now. It was just good. I'd like to have one of those around.
Spaghetti squash. Have you had that?
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep. Isn't that what eggplant is?
Oh, it might be.
It's a nightshade. It's spongy. You cook it down. You can roast it. Salt, pepper, oil. Right? Big old purple thing. It's the emoji.
It's the emoji
that the kids.
Yes, the emoji.
Yeah, send out.
The one of the most used emojis.
Has to
probably.
be.
Yeah.
So tell us about Rare Stitch.
Oh,
while you're on here, we haven't talked about your shit.
Well, it's still the same as last time.
I wear my John Woodstockton tee all the time. Nice. I love that thing.
Soft,
super comfortable.
Yeah, there you go.
I got two of them.
Yeah, you had to comment on my thing. Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Yeah, everybody go order one.
Yeah,
order one. It's going good.
Rubbing it in my face, what he was doing.
That's why I was a little bit late today. I was out hunting ball cards.
That's what they said.
Basketball, football cards. We were kind of looking around, checking out. Didn't get anything too good, but just kind of doing that thing. So that's why I didn't have any gifts to bring. I would have brought you something else. Man.
That's all right.
We got all kinds of old stuff I found.
Jimmy Dan. You don't have to bring
Well, I'd show off some merch if I could, but yeah, it's
is that some merch, that Davis Trucking jacket?
Yeah, this jacket I did actually.
Is that like a true Jackson, Ohio Davis Trucking jacket?
I got it from the Jackson Goodwill here, so it might be local, it might not. It's 50 years, man.
1937 to
37 to 87. So this is an 87.
That wouldn't be George and Harold. They would have probably just been born then.
So I'm not sure, but I love it either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is actually on my website, but I don't want to sell it.
It looks like Pudge could have worn that color scheme and that shape and everything about it back when he was in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that looks like the varsity jacket.
Like we could get the cursive
when you went to go play
here,
Logan or Galplis,
yeah,
just put Gillum on the back, and that's probably as authentic as it gets.
I mean, that's definitely the Jackson style that we had.
Yeah, the striped jackets, like 2 or 3 stripes you got. Mm-hmm. Kind of the same way Starter had the stuff.
Yeah.
So, but going good. Like I said, got into the sports card thing a little bit, the rare shoe stuff.
Rare shoe stuff seems to be going pretty well.
Yeah. It's one of those markets that keeps going up.
Yeah.
Fresh kicks right now too.
Well, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, got some fresh ones. These are pretty nice and new. Haven't worn them too many times.
He doesn't even lace them. Like, he doesn't tie them, so he can take those off and put on another.
These are the Coming to America
fresh
freak
kicks
ones.
in a jiffy.
So if you guys like the movie Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, that's what these are.
Those are the Coming to Americas?
Yeah, the McDowell's, where he works, like the McDonald's type place.
Yeah, I need to get that poster at my new crib.
The Beverly Hills Cop poster? Yeah.
Are you moving?
I already did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where'd you move?
Apartments, right?
No, townhouse. Couple guys.
Oh, okay.
Moved in with a couple buddies.
I knew you lost your roommate, didn't you?
Well, I kind of lost 2 roommates over a year and a half.
Okay.
But I'm in a good spot.
I like that area.
It's same area. I'm a mile down the road, just in a newer place, bigger kitchen, bigger bathroom.
No construction out back.
Oh, there's construction. You can't
go to Nashville.
You can't escape that. You're hearing hammers at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Huh.
It's great. I love it.
I could tell. Yeah.
Yeah. The traffic's awesome too. But
you have to have one of those noisemaker apps right on your phone.
Oh, I mean, the loudest it goes. I might even upgrade in a Bluetooth speaker just to turn the rain on harder.
Did you
sound?
Did you offer any Black Friday deals at Rare Stitch?
Well, no. Actually, I slept on that a little bit, so didn't, because I just lately with posting everything I got in is just kind of had a chance to get on there. Social media, like I said, I just can't do it, man. It's hard. Facebook and the stuff. And that's the number one form of communication, pretty much.
You
nowadays.
need that for your business, though.
Right? I absolutely need it. So I grit my teeth and I try to do it as much as I can.
You're good at it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're pithy. Good at it.
You're pithy. It's.
I try to be witty and try to come up with some things here and there. But then I slept on the Black Friday. Like I said, we got out of school and just kind of got busy and all this stuff started hitting with different basketball things being canceled and kids stuff. So, but no, I mean it's always I'm always up for a wheel and deal.
Sit tight. We'll wrap it up. Just sit tight. We'll wrap it up. Yeah, it's we've been at it about 2 hours.
No way.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that, does it? Yeah. That was the way the first time it was.
Well, go see our boy Jimmy Dan at Rare Stitch
Follow
Project.
the Instagram or the Facebook, preferably.
You just hit 1,000.
Yeah, just hit 1,000.
Hey, that's harder than what people think. They know it is hard. I have that on my
grassroots.
personal page, but I don't on the Chubby Bartenders. That's a slow play.
Right.
I mean,
because I'm not paying for follow. I'm not paying for bots. I'm not going to pay someone $20 for 200 followers. Like then they're just giving you robot accounts.
Yeah.
And I'm not out following. I only follow like 500 and some people, and I probably only look at maybe 300 of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not following people to get follows back.
Yeah.
So it is. We're getting there. And
it's all going to change.
Guys like Hardy follow me, which so
you got
a celebrity
blue check marks, man.
Yeah, I got a couple blue check marks following me.
Very nice.
He gets in touch with me. I give him some free stuff. I got some bigger sizes that I know would go on that.
Is he a
broad
big guy?
shoulders? Big old broad shoulders on him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like an upside down triangle. He's big old.
You don't mess with him.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, he doesn't seem
He's
like
long. He's got big hands, and
what
hits
is he?
a golf ball mile.
How tall is he?
He's probably 6'1".
Is he really?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that way whenever.
No,
you
he's
say.
6'1",
Huh.
and he's got weight.
Okay. All right. CJ still losing weight?
CJ looks good, man.
Really?
He does.
He
He
was
looks good.
dieting last time I saw
I'm impressed. CJ just can't help himself though.
Yeah.
He can't get out of his own way sometimes. He just loves that Chipotle, man. And it's better than saying, man, he just loves that Church's fried chicken. Like, it's not like that. I mean, he's eating something that's, considerably clean. At least it's been marketed that way for a long time. But but yeah, man, he's
like
my
me.
dude. He's my dude. He loves his
He likes food.
He loves his Coke.
Yeah. Like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. Yeah, we probably need to declare that.
Yeah. Big pop drinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel him. Same
All
way.
right, well, hey, let's wrap it up. Let's go watch the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
That-
So it's minus. It's minus 280
Is this
right
12
now.
rounds?
That's 7
15?
times gambling, just so you know.
Minus 280 for Tyson. So you got to put up 100, or you got to put up 280 to win 100.
Right.
That's his odds.
But I want to know 12 rounds, 15 rounds. We calling the round, or we just calling the fight?
I think
I think
draw
Tyson
is.
gets him in a second.
I think a draw is plus 1,200.
I'm saying Tyson gets him late in the second.
So if you take a draw, if it goes to the distance, you get 1,200 on a $100 bet. So Vegas is saying there's no way this is going to the distance.
I'm saying no way.
Somebody's going to.
I'm going to say
knocked down.
the fanboy in me says Tyson in 4, but my pick is going to be Jones in 7.
So your pick is Jones in 7.
Jones in 7, but I'm cheering for the Tyson. Want to see the knockout, the big punch.
I feel like you just straddled the fence there a little bit.
No. I'm what I want and what you're asking me is two totally different things. What I want is to see the big uppercut from Tyson. That's what I grew up loving Tyson. Still love Mike Tyson.
Okay.
That pit bull guy.
I think
Mike
Tyson gets him.
But I'm going to make my pick. I think Jones
Based
might
on
drag
money.
it out, might drag him to the water out in the deep end a little bit, tire him out. 7th
work.
round, go to town. Yep.
There is no doubt in my mind. I mean, he's 51 years old talking about fighting Mike Tyson. He ain't win at this like no boy.
No, yeah, he's in shape. Have you seen him too, though? I mean,
yeah, he's in shape. And
I wonder if he can drag
his
him
fighting
out there,
style
though.
was totally different too, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that dude, he
Stand back, counter punch.
boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say he's maybe 6 or 7 Jones is my pick.
right,
But I
what's
want to
yours?
see the big knockout.
I mean, how much can you dance at 50?
Not much.
How many rounds is it? Like, are they fighting the real fight? Like, it could go 12 with 50.
That's what I don't
50-year-olds?
know. I didn't look that up.
That's kind of crazy.
kind
if
amateur of me.
Yeah, I mean, some people are saying they're both 50-year-olds and they're not going to hurt each other. But I swear
don't
Mike
see
Tyson
that.
can hurt.
I would have to think both these boys ain't got no glass jaw
Yeah.
Right.
at 50.
And I think
or
they're
so.
swinging. They're not taking it easy on each other.
Yeah, they said they were just going to take it easy, but no.
Who
I
said
can
that?
see
Who
someone
said
getting.
Well, they said that they weren't going to try to kill each other, but in the beginning they said, it's
Your
not,
warrior instinct takes over.
they said it was going to be like basically just a step up from sparring, like an exhibition match. Just
No.
nah, these two fuckers are going to go at
I mean, all they do is like they are warriors. They've done this their whole life.
Yeah.
Like, you think they can turn that off?
it. no.
You get hit. Okay, let's just say they've agreed. They touch gloves and they've agreed to take it easy. And then one of them hits one punch maybe a little too hard. You think the other guy's going to be like, nah, I mean, I'm cool.
Yeah.
He's going to pop him back. And then before you know it, they're fighting.
They're at
They're
it.
fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, though. It's always fun to see this stuff.
I got Tyson.
I remember
don't
when
know what
Tyson and
round.
Holyfield fought. Like, we were in Nags Head. Was it North Carolina, South Carolina? Nags Head.
Yeah.
Watching it down there at a beach house. That's why he bit his ear. But
Killboys eating oysters, living in beach houses. I'll tell you what now.
Hey,
I'm just screwed up.
Y'all been shitting on us for a long
I
time.
never
and
shit on you. I never shit on
We
you.
had it figured out.
I
didn't
never
we?
shit on you. My Lord, hell, I was part of you for a long time.
high class, look how we drew those.
Yeah. I was going to say, you show up. Man, Reynolds got that bush latte. Now you show up with this Goose Island IPA,
Hey, that's the stuff though. That's been around for a long time.
I know.
It is good. Yeah.
So, folks, Nick Donley, Jimmy Dan Pearson, Rare Stitch Project. Where can they hear you at? Hardy's new album, Unapologetically Country. Where else?
What do you mean? Where?
You got any
like
other
what
songs
platform?
out right now?
Stream it on Spotify.
Do the math. Adam Hambrick is
Do
out.
the math, Adam Hambrick. I saw Adam Hambrick.
Yeah, and
he's tight.
we got another one coming.
Okay.
Can't say anything yet, but
Can't
we
say
got another one.
anything yet.
Yep.
And you had 4x4 on Hardy's last album.
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. Thank you, folks. We'll see you. We'll see you again here soon. Happy belated Thanksgiving, I guess.
Yeah,
and
Thanksgiving. Thanks
enjoy
for
the
having us.
Tyson fights,
Thanks for having us,
boys. Give her hell. See you next time.
Thank you.